Test, test, 1, 2. Hey, folks. It's Wednesday. We're playing Minecraft with Jeffrey and Lisa. Hope you've all had a good week so far. Oh. Yes.
I don't like those, you know.
Yeah, so if I find a ukulele-shaped box and weight to be exactly the same weight as well,
And
It's
then you
not
send.
ukulele.
I'll send over.
That's not funny. Um,
Do you like the gifts?
Ooh, let's have a quick look.
do not
Do not say the things.
no. That's not okay. You did this once.
Yes.
Yes.
This
Okay.
gift has already been given, but still. You did this
Okay,
once.
that's pretty cool. Okay. Oh, yeah. I like that as well.
All I ask of you is, if there is a ukulele, please warn me.
There's not just one ukulele.
It's all ukuleles.
I like the theme.
Yeah, it's very nerdy.
What?
Yeah.
The feet?
There's feet. Yes.
Yes, the feet. It's ukulele with random feet print.
Okay. I'm gonna make.
Nice.
I'm gonna
Oh,
delete
very cool.
now, or unless you've not seen it all yet. Yeah, I'm gonna delete, and then I will never have
Cool.
worry about leaving a chat open.
This is smart.
Not that I
It's not.
don't trust you, it's just because I know myself. I keep my laptop unattended a lot.
Ah.
So you is hot and where you is?
Yes.
That was a weird sentence.
It's like yeah, 31, 32.
That's horrible.
Yeah.
This week, later
It's
on,
like
it will get like 31, 32.
it's
Ah.
like 21 now here.
Oh, nice.
But it's been like
Not
raining
so
all
long, not
day
so
and
long.
very humid.
We got air conditioning, so I'm okay.
Yeah, that's good. Yeah, my office still has really nice air conditioning.
Then you should live there.
Yeah, is it the one night a couple of weeks ago I did consider just going over and just sleeping on the sofa in the corner of the office because yeah, it's so nice in there.
I saw a tiny mouse today.
Oh,
Yes.
He is now my friend. And I did quickly get a picture of him. But then Jeffrey wanted to see as well, and the mouse was scared.
uh,
But I didn't. I was able to get one picture.
oh, oh yes.
If wildlife photography paid well, I would go into wildlife photography.
Yeah, it's there's certain nature programs in the UK which they always ask. They don't get any money, don't get paid, but they kind of ask you to send in your wildlife photography.
Oh yeah, some news websites also like ask if you have any cool wildlife photography.
Oh, yeah, that mouse is pretty well camouflaged. If you didn't know there was a mouse in that picture, you wouldn't see it.
Yeah, I know. This is zoomed in because I was afraid you wouldn't be able to find the mouse.
Yes.
Oh, motherfucking fuck. Thank you.
Oh wow.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
I knew I made some insane house for the last time I played Sims. Just forgot how insane it was.
Uh,
I downloaded some violence mods and now we can kill people and there was corpses lying around.
nice.
1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. 10. 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. I know my numbers
Hey,
very well.
yes.
Yeah, this pixel art I took from Google has no grid.
Ah,
It makes it a bit more difficult.
yes.
But I've worked with that before, so.
It's nice to have a challenge.
Oh, I just want to make art I can look at.
Yeah.
I need more gray. There's not enough types of gray. Let's raise. I'll manage. Two, two, 4, 5, 6. What are you building?
I'm not sure yet. I'm just kind of looking around for inspiration.
Anyone has any clue what I'm making?
SpongeBob.
No. That's a good next one because I have not made a SpongeBob yet. Lisa made them all.
Ah,
I have
Yeah.
made a Patrick and Squidward.
I
nice.
think it's like a grey box with a yellow outline that you're making.
I mean, those words are no lies, but this has no motherfucking grid, and also it has very big Shutterstock above it.
Oh,
It also confuses me, but
yeah, you should
it's,
try and make the Shutterstock logo as well.
I shall not. I'm not mentally ill, but the well, I am, but that's another topic. No, I like white better. Okay. What is this shit? Eh. I'm just wondering now, is that really a dark block or is that just Shutterstock making it darker?
Uh,
Oh, I'm
I suppose if you load it into like an art app, if you'll be able to do a color dropper.
This I know, but there are parts where because the Shutterstock itself is half transparent, I
Ah,
don't know what the color behind that is. Does it need to be dark or light block?
right.
I'll just freestyle.
Yes.
We'll be fine. We'll be fine. 1, 2. 1, 2. 2, 2, 1, 1. This I can connect this. It's just a matter of finding certain points and then filling them up when there's no grid.
Hmm.
No, it is what it is.
Yes.
I need brown. Brown. But not this bright brown, which is a weird thing to say, but I need it a bit more. Differently. I think this is fine. Yeah. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Yeah, this is working for me. I can quite easily hear your sim sounds,
Oh,
and I'm not bothered by it. But since I know the things you do in Sims, there might come some sounds you do not want both of our streams to hear.
oh yeah. My the sim I'm playing with just killed someone.
Yeah.
Yeah, but
I was going to say it
sim
Pretty
was
sounded like
happy.
very distressed Sims.
Yeah, she has a club with it she hosts in her home, and then everyone was around and someone was insulting her, so she had to kill him.
Ah,
like
understandable.
it happens, but I meant since there's also a lot of sexual content in your Sims, we don't have to hear that.
Yeah.
I don't mind, but
She also twerks for money, and that is almost she almost earned 10K with one twerk.
Nice.
a woman gotta make a living.
Yeah.
Yeah.
2, 4, 6, 8, 10. And then we got 2, 3, 4, 5. This is
The the butler is just vacuuming all the blood.
Somebody has to do it.
Yeah.
6. Oh god, no, I'm not even gonna say it. I hate that meme.
Oh, yes.
So I just say 6, then I won't say anything, and then I'm like, I'm at 8 now.
Yes.
I
Oh
don't
yeah.
see why you can call me old all you want. I don't see why it's so funny.
Same.
Yeah. I think it's one of those kind of nonsense things that isn't funny, so therefore they think it's funny.
Yeah, it's like brain rot culture or something.
Yes. Yeah. It's pure brain rot.
It's stupid.
Yeah. Although there was brain rot sort of in like earlier years, but sort of at least it was kind of entertaining, I suppose. Like I suppose it's by well today's standards not even brain rot, but you had Weebles stuff like with Badger Badger,
I don't know what that is.
Badger 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 Mushroom Mushroom.
I'm sorry. I have no clue.
Yeah, no clue.
So,
Yeah, if you Google badger, 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 and there's like a whole this all looping video. It has all these badgers dancing, cartoon badgers.
It's like Nyan Cat or something. Something that just
Yeah,
a loop that's not.
it's just a loop. Like,
oh, this. I actually do know this. This
ah,
was in 2003.
yes, I am old.
Oh, yeah. Not even going to deny that you are old. I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I was probably around 3 or 4 years when this came out.
Wow. Yeah, that's kind of the brain rot of my time, but at least it's kind of entertaining.
Yeah, and I just don't understand the one thing that comes after 6. Like,
Yeah,
at least for the Badger thing, it has a video clip, it has something, and this is just you yell random numbers and people laugh.
yeah, it's one of those kind of things that has evolved. It had a meaning, and the meaning changed, and it lost all meaning. And it's because it is meaningless, it becomes trendy, I suppose.
Right, yeah.
But I suppose, yeah, things kind of get detached from the original thing. So I was talking to a couple of friends sort of last week of at the Download Festival. Pretty much every year there's like a phrase or a word that people shout across the campsite, and then other people shout the same thing back. And so by themselves they seem quite meaningless, but they always follow a trend of like what's popular.
Was it 6-7 this time?
Thankfully not, no.
No.
Like in the previous years it was the word Timmy from South Park.
Oh, yeah.
So you would shout the word Timmy, and then someone like 10, 20 tenths away would shout Timmy back. And then someone else would then shout Timmy, and then you kind of hear it going off into the distance. So that's kind of a similar thing. Like everyone knows the Timmy character,
That's
but it's all you think, well, why does people keep saying Timmy? It's not funny, but it is if you know South Park.
my very first South Park t-shirt had Timmy on it.
Oh, nice.
I was like 13.
Yeah,
Had
South...
Timmy's face on it real big, and then it said, "I'm special."
nice. The one year, the word was butt scratcher. So from Family Guy.
Yeah.
So again, people would shout butt scratcher, and then someone else would shout it back.
I've always been less a fan of Family Guy or anything Seth MacFarlane does compared to both South Park and anything the Simpson people do.
Yes.
I liked Family Guy when I was a teen
Yeah.
because it was edgy, it was
Oh yeah.
where South Park took its time to be offensive, really just go into something that is going on like in society. Family Guy was just yelling random shit that was edgy as a teen, but
I feel like
outgrew
Family
it.
Guy, it became even worse over time.
Yeah.
Yes. They
Mhm.
the whole point of Family Guy is to be like whatever's current and what's edgy at the time. That can get old very quickly.
Yeah. There are still some things of Family Guy that I can laugh about. Some things are just funny, but
Yeah.
most of the time it's just being edgy.
Yes. Yeah. So again, that was kind of like a meaningless thing. So I can understand where the whole number thing kind of becomes popular, but then yeah, it's just it doesn't have as much behind it compared to a lot of previous kind of stuff.
We are the last good generation.
Yeah, I can believe. Remembered another one that one of the shouts at Download Festival was do you recall a viral clip of a man running after his dog, and this dog is chasing deer?
No.
It's the dog's name is called Fenton.
No, thanks. No,
It
bro.
might have been just an English thing, because it is a video clip of an English guy, and you see like a whole flock of deer just running across a field, followed by a dog, and then the owner is panicking, shouting the dog's name. Because yeah, this dog is not listening to him, and is chasing all these deer. But this man shouting Fenton becoming a shout at Download again, because you can shout it just like the guy was. Just and the follow up, because he shouts the name Fenton several times, and then followed up with Jesus Christ Fenton, and that's the whole video. And again, that's kind of like just a funny clip that went viral.
So, are you afraid of the next game?
Next game.
Yeah, you're facing Haaland.
Oh yes. Yeah, it'll be. I reckon we'll do okay. Just have to stay out of his way.
The thing is with Haaland is that the UK, with England, of course,
Yes.
has one thing that most other teams do not have. They are
Right.
used to him because he plays Premier League.
Yes. Yeah. And if any of the players in the England side have faced him, they'll know his play style and how
He's
big
a
he is.
Manchester, though, but not your Manchester player.
No, unless they're Manchester.
Yeah, stats say otherwise, but it is what it is.
Yes.
Yeah, Manchester City is Paris Saint-Germain, you know, Madrid. It's owned by some rich Arabs, and they
Yes.
can do what they want.
Yeah, it's a shame when that happens to a football team. They sort of just kind of just throw all the money at it and don't have the passion anymore.
Yeah,
Manchester
I mean,
United kind of got like that because they had rich owners, but then the owners didn't care.
I remember this team in my country which we hate, but we hate most others, you know.
Yes.
That's
There's
normal.
only a few teams we don't hate.
But one second. Am I doing the correct thing? So this this one team from The Hague, which is one of the big enemies of Ajax, but really, England probably has teams like that as well. That when it comes to like sportsmanship, it's not a real rival because they're on way different levels. One barely finishes 11th or 10th every season. The other can be. No, it's never your direct rival for the cup.
Right. Yes.
But there's a lot of history between the hooligan groups.
Yes.
So there's still like heavy, very heavy games when it comes to violence and shit. And one of those teams that never really was something, which is the team from The Hague. They got bought by like these. I don't know which company he was from. He was not from AliExpress, but basically a dude like that, like this Chinese,
Okay. Yes.
extremely rich dude. And they were like, we're gonna become the Dutch PSG.
Right.
Only they didn't because the Chinese dude was like, I only pay you when results.
Ah,
And they
yeah.
never got the results. And then they went bankrupt, and then they went to the, how do you say, first league instead of the Premier League.
Okay, yes.
Even though in Dutch we don't say Premier League, we say Honor League.
Right.
But it's basically the same. I think it's the same in UK. Like the first is not the best. We got first, second, third,
Yeah,
all going down, and above that you got Premier League and we got Honor League
yes.
or La Liga in Spain, of course.
Yeah.
It wasn't always like this. I think the best one used to be First League,
Yes, in
but
the
then
UK as well, yeah.
then they changed that.
Yeah, maybe I think the teams were getting better, and they said, well, we need to have a better league.
I'm making huge ass motherfucking mistakes. I can like destroy 1/3 of what I've built.
Ah,
Eh. Horrible. Now because of this I got the damn 6-7 song in my head. And not the
Ah.
one that made it popular, but another one. Because of course they made more after.
right.
Actually because of a British girl, one of the only like TikTok girls I follow.
Ah,
And that's because the reason I think she's funny or cool is that the average TikTok girl does TikTok dances in not much clothing,
yes.
and this one does it in full like special operation combat gear.
Ah, nice.
So she's doing the dance, but you don't see cleavage or the short skirt. She's just in full
Yeah,
like SAS attack gear
nice.
while doing the stupid dance, which I think is funny.
Yeah. Hey, Kebabinator. How's it going in here?
Don't speak the
Yo,
Dutch. It will make the drug junkie confused.
Yes, it doesn't take much.
Well, a bird shat on me. And not said shat, like I was covered in bird shit. So I was angry. I had to take a shower right before stream. 'Cause I was not happy. Can you guess what I'm making? I'm okay. How are you? Good to good to hear your car is better. His car was dead.
Ah,
No, it's not. No, it's not. He fixed it himself with his father.
nice. Yeah,
Kebab, do you like this 6-7 meme? We don't.
yeah, I find it quite funny. Nix's little boy has picked up that meme.
Oh god.
So to kind of really mess with him, she just says it to him ironically, and he gets really kind of frustrated with her. As with like any
Yeah,
parent trying to do a meme.
oh yeah.
horrible.
So Nix does it sort of to be funny because they know that yeah, their boy's gonna be upset. He
Yeah,
says,
it
"Stop
happened.
it! No, you're not supposed to do that. That's for children."
But yeah, can you recognize what I'm building?
It is no longer a block with a yellow outline.
500 euros. That's a pretty decent job.
That's a lot of money you saved. That's awesome. We have a broken dishwasher now, by the way. I don't mean my mother's broken, but the actual machine. Don't tell her I said that. But
Yeah.
no,
Yeah, there should be more than the dishwasher broken.
yeah, I'm already doing some things that. No, it's not going to be a truck. It's a musical instrument. One I actually play. But at the moment, my only thing of now, at least Lisa will know what it is. But my only, the only one I have at the moment is that.
Oh, I know.
Yeah, it's a mouth harmonica. I can play like 3 songs on it, but I enjoy the harmonica. But it's that. It's literally that. You know, it's like flat. That's I need to buy a new one at some point. You know, you cannot fix a harmonica. You just buy a new one when it's out of tune. This is my second actually in my life, so it's not like you do it weekly like this. Maybe professionals do that.
Yeah. I do own a mouth harmonica somewhere.
Can you play them?
No.
Oh.
I was too young when I received it to really understand how to play it, and then I have not
Yeah.
seen it since.
You blow or suck.
I blow.
You do both. I mean,
Yeah. At the time, I only blew. As I didn't realize it was a two-way thing.
Yeah, there's some different ways suck back. Well, that's very expensive ones. I never owned a very expensive one, but that's like a couple hundred of euros. I do think this one always was pretty. I first had like a full-on silver one,
Ooh, nice.
which was born. This one I think is pretty. Yeah, you can barely see in the light, but it's gold on black.
Ooh,
It's called a blues devil, so I like that.
nice.
Yeah, it's a Fender.
I did not know Fender did harmonicas.
Me neither until I bought one.
Oh,
I also own another Fender, but that's a guitar.
yes. Now I currently own a Fender, but only because my brother did not want it.
Cool. A guitar or a bass?
Guitar. Like it was his first guitar. And he's got another Fender, which is the anniversary edition in like gold paint.
Ah.
So that's his kind of favorite guitar. And his first one he stopped playing because he just wanted his gold one.
I got 9 guitars,
Wow.
and there's only 2 I don't use.
Nice. That's
What
pretty
happened?
good.
Maybe I can do most guitar things myself. So I could check it out, unless it's really really fried or something.
Yeah, I was strangely own 3 guitars and play none of them.
Dumb question, but is it and does it have active pickups? And if so, have you changed the battery? Because this is a problem I've. Okay. Looks like a soldering problem. Sounds like a soldering problem. Which, speaking of Fenders, that's the reason I own a Fender, because my father's first electric guitar was a 1984 Fender, which nowadays vintage guitars are cool, but back then it was brand new, because he bought it in '84. And it died, so he bought a new one because he still wanted a Fender sound. But his was Japanese, like made in Japan, and it was still a different guitar, even though the same model and the same etc. And then he found out we could do the soldering and shit ourselves, so we fixed it up. We completely took it apart, fixed it up together, and then he had 2 almost the same guitars, but one in black and brown and the other in very, very light blue. I mean, I can take it out. And he wanted to sell that one, but then I took it, and he never sold it.
Nice.
It's so light blue, it looks white.
Oh yes.
It's a nice guitar. I like it much. It's almost white. On camera it looks white, but it's actually very, very light blue.
I like it. It's very cool.
Yeah. Actually, this is the guitar I recorded the one project on, which got me banned, and accused of being AI.
Ah,
I think that was one of the problems. I wanted to go for the different sound because this is very not metal.
right. Yes.
And then my father got a black, like a brown black sunburst one from '84, and he got a Telecaster from Fender, which is all black. And he got one Gibson left, an ES 335. And he used to have the 60th anniversary Les Paul Gold Top, but he sold that one. And he has a Martin 000. And I have the Fender then, Gibson Les Paul, Polyt Midcustom 24, Schecter Hellraiser, Schecter SLS 7, an Ortega something, got the number. Yamaha, forgotten model number. A Levin Princess, which is a very gay name, but it's a nice guitar. And some Brendless acoustic. And the Brendless acoustic and the Levin I barely use, so they're in the attic. Because the Levin I used for this really old school blues, with I played slide guitar on that.
Oh yes.
Because it had like very high string action. But I haven't done that in a while, so it's in the attic because of space. And the other one was my very, very first, like, for years I started playing electric, and for years and years, if I played acoustic, it was with the guitar pick on a steel string guitar, and I always thought those nylon strings. I weirdly associated those with beginners, because every
Yes.
beginner starts with the nylon string guitar, it looks like. But then I
Yes.
saw some real classical concerts with people playing classical guitar on nylon, and I was like, there's something behind this type of playing as well. It's not just beginners. You want the tarot card? Do you want cats, Cthulhu, or my regular deck? Cats. Yeah, he
Yeah.
has 2 cats, by the way. I'll
I
get
was
them. But...
expecting him to say cat.
So for €6, I saw the thrift store. I saw a Spanish guitar, so I tried it to see, can I play this style? Do I like this style? I loved it. Then I bought the Ortega, which is my better Spanish, like nylon string classical guitar. It's a semi-acoustic as well, so I can plug it into my amp, which sounds fucking horrible, but because I don't own a correct acoustic amp. Also, the
Oh.
harmonica is done. I'm happy with it.
Yeah, looks good.
I'll also take the Ortega. At the moment, it's my favorite guitar. The Yamaha I actually got because I have a older cousin. He's like almost 80. He's like from a way older generation than me. And he bought like a Yamaha guitar because he liked playing guitar in the 80s, but he never learned. And then he took it from the attic and gave it to me and my father.
Oh.
Oh, hier ligt mijn Cthulhu. Katten ligt in de huiskamer.
Yeah. Thank you.
And now I is here.
And now he no longer is here.
Yeah, we've lost him again.
We've lost what?
Hmm?
What we have lost?
We've lost you to the guitars.
No, the guitars are in this room, but I've got two next to my bed.
Ah,
But all the others are here. I really like this one. Because I started to play like nylon on the thrift store one. And actually, I had a cousin that called me, not the same cousin that gave me the Yamaha, but a younger cousin. He's 2 years younger than me. And he called me and he was like, I want to learn guitar. Can you take me to a guitar store? I was like, sure, I'll help you out. And then I saw this one and I was like, I never planned on it, but I wanted to buy it. So I think it's pretty. And it's
Yes.
semi-acoustic. And at the moment, this is the one I play most because I like the fingerstyle now. So, is it still in tune? Could be better. It also has a built-in tuner.
ah, cool.
This is an AI guitar.
Mhm.
I weirdly have remembering that you have played this game. Hog Junkie, not Kebab, because he doesn't like the Japanese shit. I wonder if you will recognize this. That's the intro of Final Fantasy X.
Ah,
I weirdly remember you saying you played 10, but am I wrong?
no, I played 10.
You did not recognize it though, eh?
I did not hear it. I heard one note and Discord
Really?
cut the rest. Yes.
Yeah.
Did the stream hear it though?
Yeah, Discord is just not allowing anything to go through.
I think Discord has like an AI filter.
Blind Guardian, yes. It's Blind Guardian. Luckily, Lisa couldn't hear it or Discord.
Yeah. I
Lisa
said it
fucking
before, but it's ironic the name is Blind Guardian while you have to be deaf to enjoy their music.
Blind Guardian is fucking epic.
No.
Blind Guardian is one of those bands that I always would listen to when I was painting my Warhammer figurines. Like, how nerd can you be?
Yes.
And whenever I hear Blind Guardian, I can smell Games Workshop's paint.
There's worse things you could smell.
I love the smell of model building in general, the types of glue,
Yeah.
plastic. I'm shuffling the cards for you. For the meantime, playing Nothing Else Matters, because you can do this with one hand. Oh wait, but I cannot shuffle with one hand. And I fucking hate Nothing Else Matters. I think it's the most horrible song that's not on that's on the classic albums. That is, it's overplayed, and it makes
Yes.
people that don't even like the genre like Metallica.
Yeah.
I'm not a gatekeeper, but it's irritating. Also, you know how many times I've said they prove they can make nice music by this song. Like, no. First four albums are best. First four Black Album sucks. Because of except the song Sad But True. I love Sad But True.
Yeah. Good song.
I hate Anders. I hate Anders Sandman. I hate Nothing Else Matters. I hate The Overgiver. Yes, but I only draw when I feel right. Otherwise, you just get the last shuffle. You know. Otherwise, you get the last shuffle. No one wants to. Also, one card readings on it, that's special. I was in the mood to make music this week, but the weather did not help me.
Yeah, I understand.
Even though this week was less worse. But it's still difficult to get humidity out. Like I don't think you can see it on stream, but my strings are green. They're not even like copper anymore. They're like green.
Ooh.
They're just fucking green. Oh. But then there's a new heat wave coming, so I'm like, should I change my strings now or not? Because otherwise I within 7 days they're probably are green again with this humidity. So might as well enjoy it until there's better times.
Yeah. This is true.
Chariot. The chariot. Let me quickly show it to you. I should get one of those stream decks, Hug Junkies, whatever it's called. I have to like alt tab all the time. And
Yeah, I recommend, even if we don't buy the Elgato one, there are third party macro deck things. Yeah, I don't even have to like. I can keep playing Minecraft and I can just
yeah,
change scene or add sounds or anything. It's brilliant.
it's the chariot, which is a cat in this case that has wheels.
Yeah, that's cool.
And the chariot in its own stands for overcoming difficulties, overcoming challenges. To overcome adversity. No, but like I alt tab, but I got like 7 things open, so I want to go here to change my face from screen to show the card. Then I go like tap, tap, tap. What should I build now? I've built a Monica. Last time I've built an anime girl. And the cats. I like cats. I've pet cats this week.
Nice.
No, never do that. That's against the rules. Never tank one that gives you a reading. Never do that. Makes the ghost angry. Never do. I am but a vessel. Take it back. You cannot never thank the person that gives you the reading. I've learned this from a gypsy woman. Wait, is that the racist slur now?
It's still debatable. Some people say yes. People say no. I identify with that name.
Well, there's this. I've learned some things, spiritual things from a woman from Romania who did like divination and shit. She was the mother of my Romanian neighbor woman. And she would come to the Netherlands in summer and winter, during Christmas as well. And she taught me a lot of things. The only weird thing is she was also very Christian, but that's with these Romani and Sinti families, that's basically normal. You also see this in Africa and shit, that they are Christian, but they still do their nature gods and their divination and their magic rituals, right?
Yes.
Which I would think is interesting.
Yeah, I think that's kind of the Christian missionaries going over and trying to convert them, but then they still holding on to their culture.
Yeah, something sticks, but then they still keep with that, and then they have like this own mix of spirituality, which I think is very cool
Yes.
in a way. But she told me you never let anyone thank you when you give them a reading, you know, because you are but a vessel to the energy and the spirits. So it's
Yeah.
impolite to be thanked for something you're not doing.
I suppose it's probably seen as you're taking credit for.
Yeah.
For the,
And it's not only her. I've seen it in more groups of like I've been into spiritual gatherings with people, and it's quite like a common thing among people. There's some other rules. Everyone has their own personal rules. Some people allow to be thanked. I don't. I do choose this rule. But there's also this one rule that says you are not allowed to buy or pick out your own tarot cards. You need to get every deck as a random gift. And I'm like, I cannot live with that. Like, yes, I got this cat deck actually as a random gift from Lisa. I mean, I didn't know I was getting these, but I would have never started if I never could have bought my own cards. You know?
Yeah, that's fair.
I think that's a stupid rule. Too much chance in that.
Yeah, I can probably see why that rule would exist. So, okay, the cards effectively chosen you. But then, yeah, like you still want to have a deck that you feel connected with.
Why did the Rep steal fire though again? I don't know anymore. But yeah, it's okay. People are allowed to thank me once as a first mistake, but after that, don't keep on doing it. And don't do it on purpose. I knew someone who did it to irritate me. Not amused. Which was a girl who
Believed Final Fantasy was the true world, the real
also
world.
also that. But this was in evening school. And if you want to meet crazies, go evening school. And
Yeah.
what are you? I'm gonna just look at you. Aeropods. Junkie. You imagine evening school, all kinds of weirdos. What the hell is this? Why are you underwater just doing that? How can I get out of it?
Yeah, you're trapped now. I don't even know the way out. I can't remember. Suppose just dig straight up.
Nah, that I don't know. If I ruin something you've built, then I'm just
Oh
gonna
no.
spectate it. Where are we? What is this? How do I get home? Do you have any clue what direction I need to fly to get back to the
Yes.
building?
Yeah, I'll head back towards the direction of things.
Okay, yeah, I'm here. I'm behind you. You can continue digging your watery hole.
Okay. Yeah, let's keep heading that direction.
Why so far?
I don't know.
You know how much effort I put into having a map and shit that connects
Yes.
everything, and now I need to add this.
Yeah.
I think this is on the map actually.
Possibly, yes.
Yeah, it's just a rule I like myself. I like to have at least one rule. Makes it a
Yeah.
bit special, you know.
Yeah, rules are good when they're applied when necessary.
Yeah, it's not that bad. But imagine evening school, all types of weirdos that failed in normal school and they had to do it. All kinds of people. I had a lot of fun there. And every evening at lunch break, so to say, but this is evening school, so lunch break is between like 9:30 and 10 p.m.
Right, yes.
And there's one dude sitting at a table with two decks of tarot cards in front of him. And people could come up to me and ask for a reading.
Nice.
And this one girl comes and she thanks me, but she's very angry with the reading because it's negative. Here's the thing, she had nothing but bad luck in her life after this anyway. There's more stories behind her anyway. She's mentally ill, very, but in a not funny way.
Yes.
Very toxic. Very, very toxic. Had way too much contact with her. Well, what's your plan in the watery hole?
I was just kind of continuing in the tunnel on until I hit water. I hit water, and then
But where was the tunnel? I only saw a hole.
yeah, I lost the tunnel.
Are you filling in with dynamite like I did?
No.
That's cool.
I was just making a tunnel to travel.
To your hole.
Yes.
To each their own. This actually is Hug Junkie. Nick's move. I don't think Kebab has met yet
Oh,
because Nick's has disappeared for a while.
yes.
Nick is Hug Junkie's partner. Has built this castle,
Yeah.
this garden with it, a village with some people I see,
Yeah.
and a floating Hug Junkie.
Yeah. And the beard used to be longer, but it was cut off to put the bridge in place.
Put the bridge, yes.
So there's still some of the
what?
beard underneath there, I think.
And Hug Junkie shoots fireworks if you press the button.
Yes.
Is there? I'm gonna look for the beard. Yes, I see the beard.
It was all the way down there, but yeah, it got chopped off.
Yeah, Nick likes to build like that, and I like to build pixel art. I just like the real life version. There is a big. Are you streaming your face, by the way? Or are you PNG because it's hot?
PNG for the heat.
Horrible.
Yeah.
There's one thing I hate is PNG streamers. No, there's three things I hate: PNG streamers, no cam streamers, and VTubers.
Right. Well, at least not a VTuber.
Yeah. You know what I hate more? No cam, no commentary streams. That's
Oh, yeah.
just doing a video.
Yeah, you could
If I
quite easily just do a YouTube video and upload it.
if I want to see a video like that, I go to YouTube. If I go to Twitch, I want a conversation.
Yeah. Hey, bot, come into the soup chat. What's up?
A bird
You
shadow me. Or shit it, which is correct. Shadow shit it. Oh,
So-
I had bird shit all over me.
Yes. So a bird has shit on you, or the more British way of saying is shat.
Okay.
It's not. It's a non-word which has become a word. You know, like past tense. To have shit becomes shat. But it's one of those words that wasn't a word until the British kept saying it, and then the dictionary had to catch up.
I was building a mountain monitor, but I finished. Now I'm just looking at the things I've built over time. I was hoping to get inspiration from Hug Junkie, but he was making a watery hole.
Yes, I was just kind of swimming in a hole.
Filibustering. No clue.
They say shat too. Nice. Yeah, it's a lovely word, shat.
Wie zei scheid? Scheid. En het gescheten op me. But I was not amused. I had to take a shower. Oh yeah, this is the wall that had to be placed because of me.
Yeah.
Yes. Because I'm typed in the wrong command, and yeah, we know the rest.
Yeah. Good
I'm
ball.
floating in the mistake. If I wouldn't have made the wall after that, my Aussie bed would have been gone.
Yeah.
Maybe even Lisa's bottle. But we made the wall. And since it's an invisible wall, we don't really know what parts we still have to destroy.
Yes.
Slipknot and Slipknot logo. There's Mario things I haven't made yet. Mario's easy. Any other Pixar games which are awesome? There's many.
I'm thinking of pixel art stuff that you've done. See, Epic Games are giving away River City Girls 2.
I've already got that one 100% with achievements.
Nice. Yeah, I
It's
do
not
not own
bad
a copy, so I picked it up.
Get it. It's very nice.
You want to go
Only
again?
thing,
Okay, bot. Thanks for
Goodbye.
saying hello.
Good night, bot.
only thing I wanna say to you, River City Girls is very much a co-op game.
Oh, okay.
It's doable alone, but the experience is more fun
Yeah,
than with two people.
cool. I'll see if I can rope Nix into it.
We cannot really stream it because it's not 3 people
Yeah.
or 4 for that matter. So the Black Flag thing is coming out tomorrow, right?
Yeah.
Oh, yes. Yeah, I forgot about that.
Will you get it on release?
Not on release, no. I should
Honestly,
wait.
with Assassin's Creed games, you should just wait.
Yeah, I remember what Unity was like.
Yeah, but that was something, you know, that's not every time.
No, but Ubisoft. Yeah.
You know what? I'm making a bird. I
I
mean,
have
has
plenty of
any
games to
Assassin's
play.
huh?
I have plenty of games to play anyway.
Has any Assassin's Creed game been as bad as Unity was? I mean,
No, actually, so Unity was at the really bad one. They haven't been bad on release. I played most of at least the older ones on release. So they've all been pretty
same.
good.
Same. At least 1, 2, 4. 1, 2. I skipped Brotherhood because I felt like it was overpriced DLC for 2. I bought it later when thought it was an okay price, and even then I was not amazed.
Yeah, it was a little bit. It was a story extension. It didn't really feel like you're getting another game.
Yeah, it wasn't that. I was not really that happy with that one. Honestly. And then I did buy Revelations on release because for some reason I thought it was going to be very new and I promise you can play as Ezio and Altair, so very new story and special. And then I played it and was like, this is again just DLC
Yes.
for 2. And
Yeah.
the Altair parts were like 3 minutes in total. It felt like it's a whole thing and big, and it will combine 2 things. It was very mediocre.
Yeah, like if you had all 3 of them together in one go, which you can buy now,
Not back then.
and so they are basically just one long game.
Like 3 just simply sucked, in my
Yeah.
opinion. Then 4 was awesome.
Yes.
And then we got Unity back, right?
Yeah. Yeah, we had. Well, we had Rogue, which was a kind of like a little extension to 3 and 4.
Yeah,
that's where you play the
Rogue.
Templar.
But the thing with Rogue is that what they did is, and they later really much did for next gen. I bought PS4 at release, and one of the release games was Black Flag.
Right. Yes.
And I don't know if you remember, but I did this weird gimmicky thing, which was to release Rogue and Unity on the same day.
Yes, in different
And
generations.
on different generations. And I was like, if I'm already buying a PS4 game, I don't feel like buying Rogue with it. I'm probably not going to play it anyway now because my PS3 was long gone on Addict, you know?
Yes.
And I've actually never played it. I actually own it because, as you know, I like to collect games and I saw the ones at the thrift store.
Yeah,
So it's in my Assassin's Creed collection,
cool.
but I've never touched it.
Yeah, it's not a long game, and it's basically more of Black Flag. It's set in the same time as Black Flag, so it's almost DLC again.
Yeah, you also did standalone expansion for Black Flag where you played the
Oh yeah, the first mate,
like
Adaway.
yeah. I wasn't a big fan of that one either.
No, that was okay. Again, if you we're just seeing a bit more story, but for his gameplay, it wasn't great. I enjoyed the story, but
You never finished any kebab? Well, um, it's I think it's easy games to like it's quite mainstream build, you know, it's not niche, so it's easy to digest and enjoy most of them. Especially the main titles, I'd say.
yeah,
Yeah, that happened. Like the thing for me one had a lot of promise and it promised a lot of things, and when I got it, it got a bit repetitive. It was like they had like all these plans, but in the end were not able to get them all in.
yes,
And then two came out, and two was everything I expected from one. Two, my faves simply put a two and four and two because it's simply when I think Assassin's Creed 2 had everything Assassin's Creed needed. Like exactly needed, not more, not less, you know, because at some point I'd say that Assassin's Creed games with Brotherhood and Revelations, they were trying to, do you know the term like Flanderization? That you
kind of,
become
yes,
the gimmick of yourself.
yes.
I feel like that was happening. Like one you was not that, how do you say? Uh, a little bit empty, even though awesome, you know, they gotta start somewhere. And
Yes.
then two, they had more weapons and more. And at some point, especially in Brotherhood and Revelations, I felt like Ezio was like a walking arsenal, you know,
Yes.
with three types of guns and swords and like hidden blades coming out of every part of his body. It, I felt like, which also became like climb hooks and
Yeah.
so much gadgets and gimmicks. I was less fan of that. Like in a way, Black Flag was the worst with that. Like how many items did like Edward
Oh yeah.
have? But then again, a pirate that has like this belt filled with swords and like seven types of guns, that kind of
Yeah.
felt okay, like the over the top pirate.
It's more in keeping with the character rather than someone who's an assassin that you think, okay, they're not supposed to be seen as a warrior.
No,
Then Valhalla kind of went all the way the other way and go, well, he's a Viking, so he's a warrior. Just give him the big axe.
uh-huh. And Unity for me felt like one, two, three, one, two, three. They went back to the roots of one and two, which I think was perfect. It
Yeah.
sucked the game itself was so badly made, especially before all the UTS updates.
Yeah, and
But
they introduced a lot of paid for extras in Unity as well.
also that, which was not that fun. And then we simply got, in my opinion, and a lot of opinions differ because I know it's become extremely popular, but I did not, and I enjoyed Assassin's Creed because it was Assassin's Creed, not because it was RPG number 4, number 12, number 3000. And
Yes.
that's what they did. They became a new RPG series, and it never were RPG games.
No.
I don't enjoy COD either anymore because they stopped being COD and started to become Fortnite too.
Ah, yeah.
And if I know a lot of people love the new Assassin's Creed, they're probably great.
they're okay. Like, if you judge them for what they are, they're not bad games, but they're not what they used to be.
Yeah, when I think of Lisa, she only played not Brotherhood, Valhalla. She
Yes.
enjoys that.
Yeah.
But then again, she enjoyed the whole Viking thing and shit, and but she never really experienced that whole Assassin's Creed thing
Yeah.
with that.
Yeah.
And Valhalla is a good Viking game. It's not an assassin game.
And then the odd one out for me, 4 is not an Assassin's Creed game either, but it's just the damn best pirate game I've ever played.
Yes. I would say 4 is more of an assassin game compared to the RPG ones. It's still very much a pirate game, but it has more elements of assassin gameplay compared to a lot of the modern ones.
Like my problem was started with Syndicate, which I never finished because of that.
Yeah, that
Everything up till June. Sorry.
I was going to say with Syndicate there was the crossover point because
Yeah.
they had the two characters. You had Evie, the woman, who was the traditional assassin for the players that like to be assassins. Then Jacob, the guy who was, I just want to go around punching things and stabbing them. And then they just
Yeah.
kind of progressed from there.
But that wasn't my main issue with Syndicate. My thing was that an RPG is something where you need to, like in Final Fantasy, an RPG, or Skyrim, even though that's not my main thing. But in an RPG, you're in an area and you can kill the things in the area. And after that, they're higher level. And even though how many times you stab them, you're too weak.
Yes.
That's RPG. That's not realistic. And Assassin's Creed always had this realism, quote unquote, because it was not a realistic game. Of course, it was still a game. It was no sim.
Yeah.
But one thing was a fact in Assassin's Creed which made it different from RPGs. You have a blade in your sleeve. That if you put it in the dude's neck, he dies because you're the assassin. And suddenly in Syndicate, I would walk into the wrong neighborhood of London and I stab someone in the neck and it would only get them like 10% damage. So I was like, this is not Assassin's Creed anymore. I'm playing Oblivion with Assassin's Creed controls.
Yes.
I love Viking. I love Viking. You were one of the first persons that ever started to talk to me about Viking because it never was like this big title. I feel like it never was Oblivion's like a main title. But I love that game so much. Yeah, I love that game so much that I can remember when I bought it, and I cannot do that with any other game. That game is so awesome to me. It's awesome. I know almost no one that likes that game.
I've
I w-
never played.
No, it's not big at all. It's just you're just this overly buff dude with a sword in one hand and an axe in the other, and you kill zombies in like an open world, like Viking island.
Okay.
And there's like this one goddess, I think it's Freya, and she has big boobs, and she's on your side. But then there's this other goddess that also has boobs, and she's the enemy, and she does the zombies and shit.
I like how
And it's
these are
just
defining features.
yeah, and it's gory and it's just awesome. No, people did not enjoy it, but there's 2 people who did. I remember well, my mother has a friend, not as much active with anymore as now that I never liked, and I never liked her daughters either. But my mother did like them, so she would, as I was 12, she would drag me to places to go with these people that I did not enjoy spending time with. And I don't know if Kebab you're Dutch, but if you ever been to Amstelveen, a very big shopping mall, at least it's a big Dutch. You know, you have like Hoogkaterijnen and then you've got like Amstelveen, that's like shopping, big shopping center. And I had to go with my mother and her stupid friend and her stupid daughter that's my age because the daughter wanted shoes. Like, why do you drag a 13-year-old to buy shoes for his neighbor? You know, with like a 30-minute car drive in between. But I had to go because it's fun. They say, you know. know, it's why do we have to go there? Because it's fun, but I don't think it's fun. Then you make yourself think it's fun. You know that's
Yeah.
that's parents from time to time. At least mine. At least my mother, not my father. So long story short, I just walk away from the group because I'm irritated that I have to sit and look at this people I don't like buying shoes. And I walk away in the mall and I get into a free record store, which is not a place where you buy free records, but it's the name of this chain in the Netherlands that now bankrupt.
Oh.
Called Free Record Shop. And they had records, you know,
Yes.
they had CDs, they had DVDs, and they had games. All kinds of media.
Cool.
And I remember going in there with about 60 euros, which back then was enough to buy a game and a CD.
Yeah.
And I bought my first Iron Maiden CD and a game to go with my PS3 I just had for a month. And those were Iron Maiden and Metal of Life and Death and Viking Battle of Asgard. I still know by this day those two things. Any other CD I bought, but any other game I cannot tell you. But this I remember clearly because I was also amazed by both. I want to get my copy out now and show it on stream because I still own it, but my dog is sleeping next to against my door and the door is standing against my game shelf.
Yeah. Best not disturb dog.
No. No, there's no way. Yeah, awesome game. I would love to stream it once. Just get the old PS3 out, capture card. I actually would advise Lisa to play it. That's really much her gameplay. You're a Viking, and there's blood and there's hack and slash. It's really cool.
It sounds cool.
You gotta get used to the PC graphics, of course. But back then, when I bought it, it was pretty. Speaking of PS3 and these people, this is one of my biggest traumas, and this will also make you realize I didn't have that hard a life. But this is one of my biggest traumas, right? So PS3 comes out. You know, that's and my father was going to buy me one on the release day with 3 games he promised me. So that's a good day for the 12-year-old, right? But one of his colleagues, her husband owned a toy store, but on the other side of the country. So it was like, because he was friends, he could get like employee discount and shit. So a lot of discounts on the PS3, 3 games and the extra controller. I think we only paid for the PS3 and got 3 games for free plus a controller, which is like at this point a 200 euro deal, you know?
Yeah, that's good.
But this is like a 1.5 hour drive, so horrible, you know, with your PS3 on your lap, you want to
Yeah.
fucking plug it in the TV and use it. I get home after months and months of waiting, after like grueling car ride because you cannot wait. And this is before smartphones, you know, so you cannot really distract yourself.
Yeah.
I get home, my mother says, "We're going to a theme park with the neighbors." I'm like, "No." PlayStation. Even my father's like, "That's not nice, you know, let him have his game. He's been waiting for this since announcement.
Yeah.
You know, he's been hyped for the year." The moment the PC was announced, and but till the point I got it, I had changed my wallpaper of the PC of the home PC because I didn't have my own PC. I just had an account on my father's computer I could play RuneScape on.
Oh, yes.
I changed the background to a PS3 and just look at it for a year.
Uh,
I was hyped as fuck, and my mother's like, "We're going theme park because the neighbor says it's fun to go to theme park." I'm like, "Any other day, come on, not today."
yeah.
And what type of child would say no to go to a theme park? How spoiled are you? You know, angry you had to go. And as we stayed until bedtime there, of course, you know, and I couldn't play till next day.
Yeah.
That's my That's my biggest trauma in life. So life's not that bad, right? Life's not that bad. True.
Yeah. I can imagine that would be very painful at the time.
Also, the not understanding that, with like just a stupid adult saying like, it's one of the most fun things you can do as a child. Go to a theme park. Yeah, but there's a time and a place,
Yes.
and there's a crowd, right? I'd
Yeah.
rather be at home with my PS3 with 3 games I can try. 3 games I got for free, When I got my PS2, I remember they only bought me Rayman 2 on it because it also had a PS2. I know it's a PS1 game, Rayman 2, but they also had a PS2 port
Okay.
called Rayman Revolution, I think. But it's
Right.
basically Rayman 2 with a little bit better graphics. And I remember getting a PS2 and I only got that game and I've played that for like half a year.
Oh.
So for the first time ever, I got like 3 games to play from day one. And I can tell you which it was: Oblivion, Motorstorm, and Resistance Fall of Man. And Resistance Fall of Man, if you don't know it, that was Sony's answer to Halo.
Oh. Okay.
Literally the weapons, the vehicles. It was basically, can I copy your homework but don't make it too obvious? But
Yeah.
then they probably didn't ask Microsoft.
Yes.
But you played Halo 2?
Yes.
Do you remember the second mission, I think, that where you had like this big robotic spider?
Vaguely. It's been a while.
Well, those were just like shamelessly copied into Resistance as well. The only thing is that I could say that makes it a little bit different. Resistance was way more horror-y. So
Oh.
take Halo, the sci-fi shooter, in mechanics and vehicles and everything, make it more horror and place it in the 1950s. So you get like
Oh.
this how you say, retro sci-fi, with World War
Yes.
II uniforms but laser weapons and shit.
That sounds very cool, actually.
Yeah, it was awesome. It was one of my first stream games when I started years ago.
Ah.
It's one of my favorite shooters. It's a shameless copy of Halo, I'm not going to deny that, but it was fun.
Yeah. That's the main thing.
There's 3 main titles and there's a PvP spin-off. Third one was meh. But 1 was awesome and 2 was great. 3 was meh. Like it's a like this it's the story of the game is that in Russia, World War II never happened in this world. So there's world peace
Yes.
in the 50s, so and no Cold War. But in the 50s, this comet comes in Russia, and this virus comes out that makes people into these alien zombies, and it spreads to all of Europe. But the UK, as you may know as a citizen, has
Yes.
the sea around it,
Yes.
so it could hold out for a little while.
Right. Yes.
But then it gets overrun by the zombies, and then America comes to save the day,
Of
as
course.
they do. You're an American soldier that drops, and all the Americans get slaughtered by the zombie aliens because they do not know what to expect. And then you join the British forces that are still active,
Yeah.
and you are actually infected, which makes you a bit stronger, but you don't know this yet. And then with these British soldiers, you fight. You cleanse the UK from the alien monster thingies, zombies. It's a bit in between all those things.
Right.
And then you reconquer the UK. That's whole part 1. And then 2 comes out, and 2 was basically okay. While you were so focused on on like liberating the UK, and the Americans were trying to liberate the UK and think we're safe across the ocean, the aliens were like secretly going to America, and then you got to fight in America.
Right.
And the problem is they wanted to end there, and the main character dies in the end of part 2, and then they were like, "Oh, some more cash. Let's make it part 3 with a whole different main character." It was just different.
Ah. Yeah.
Scarabs? Yeah, they look like scarabs. Yes, the scarabs come into your nose, and Yeah, it was awesome. I loved everything about it. Like, take Halo, make it retro sci-fi instead of pure sci-fi, and make it horror-ish. Or that's Resistance.
Cool.
Yeah, really awesome. I could boot up a PS3, put in the Resistance one, and be happy for like 2 days, and then I finished that main story so many times. It's insane. I'd say my two big loves in my youth, my three big loves on my PS3 were Resistance 1, Oblivion, and Viking Battle for Oscar. Yeah, these weird scarabs. There was only one huge problem with Resistance 2. Which you would have no problems with, because you live in the UK. Voice acting. This is one of the rare games where they did voice acting for all regions, which normally they don't do for my country. And voice acting was also region locked. So
Oh,
I had to play the game fully in Dutch, and seeing American soldiers speak in Dutch, and Dutch dubbing is mostly worse than you. Even if it's done well, if a game or movie is made with or animated with certain lip movements because they follow the original voice actor speaking English, I will
yes.
see it when I hear Dutch.
Okay.
Oh, Half-Life 2 was awesome. I also have that on PS3 in the Orange box. Actually, the fun thing about my Half-Life Orange box is that all my friends were playing Team Fortress. And they asked me to play Team Fortress with them as well. And since we didn't have PCs, they just said there's this PlayStation version, but you gotta buy this thing that it's called the Orange Box. And the other games from there are not that special, but just play Team Fortress with us. So I played Team Fortress with them, and I thought it was boring. But that other not so special game, according to my friend that was on there, was Half-Life 2. And that was awesome.
Yes.
Now, I only had PlayStation main consoles in the house from 1 till 3. And my parents would buy me Nintendo handhelds. And I never had like a Nintendo console, and I never had Xbox. And I was about 15, I got my first PC for myself. Like, I was only allowed to play RuneScape on my father's PC. Because he said, you can play games on the internet, but do not install anything on, I don't want you to fill it up with games. You don't need the PC, you got the PlayStation. But I want to play RTS games, I said. Like, they will come out on PlayStation, I'm sure. Like, no, they're not. No one will bring out a PlayStation. No, but doesn't matter.
Play Command and Conquer on PlayStation. It's not a great experience.
Even if it exists, even if there are some, there are not many. But that's balance. Why would you? You
Yeah.
already have a PlayStation. Why are you on the PC? Why do you want a Wii? You already got a PS3. Just buy the games that you want to play on Wii on the PlayStation. Like, that's not possible. Zelda does not exist for them. For
Oh.
just wait. They probably release it and everything eventually. That was my father speaking.
Yeah.
At least he allowed me to play and not go shoe shopping or go to the damn amusement park with people I hated.
Yeah.
But that is something that's not done. I don't. He didn't understand. How do you call him?
Exclusive.
Yeah, that one.
Yeah.
He just didn't get it.
Yeah.
That's fine.
These days,
he's old.
it's probably closer to what he believed. Like, if it's been released,
Yeah.
it'll be on PC, it'll be on Xbox, it'll be on PlayStation, maybe even
Yeah.
on
Also,
Nintendo.
also these days, I can connect a mouse and keyboard to both my Switch and my PlayStation. If there's a game, I prefer to play mouse and keyboard.
Yes.
Things have changed.
Even the Switch 2 has a built-in mouse now.
I don't own one.
Oh yeah, the Switch 2. You can use like one of the controller thingies as a mouse.
Yeah. So hopefully they release some RTS on there then.
That would be nice.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Yes, I've learned about many music I like because of gaming, and it's a combination of GTA and WWE games.
I learned a lot of music from Tony Hawk's.
Also, Tony Hawk. Yes, yes, yes.
Yeah, Guitar
No,
Hero
I'm not.
introduced me to a couple of bands.
No, that like I said, my father, well, besides not understanding games, was very supportive and allowed me to game, and he wouldn't bitch like my mother also with violent games. I remember when I was I got my first shooter from my father, Medal of Honor Frontline, when I was like 8,
Nice.
and my mother was very anti violent games, and then suddenly my father comes like, I remember Prince of Persia already being a problem, because you had a
Ah,
sword.
yeah.
And my father comes to me and he's like, do you already own a war game? I'm like, no, it's not allowed, right? He's like, let's go buy you a shooter. I got my first shooter. He
Nice.
called a friend of his. It was the father of a friend of mine. But like my best friend in high school, his mother had the same hobbies as my mother, and his father had the same hobbies as my father. So there was um a lot of like connections between the people.
Yes.
This was fun because I was always me and my best friend were always together. That stopped when we went to high school because he went to a different type of school,
Ah,
more like a trade school, and I went to a place for people that can think.
nice.
Which is fine. He's doing. I still have him on Facebook. He's doing well.
Yeah.
Bird.
I like him.
Ah, it's very cute.
But long story short about my father, he would allow most things, but there was one thing that was not allowed in his house, and it was Guitar Hero.
Mm.
He said because he plays guitar himself, he says, my son is not going to pretend he's playing guitar with 4 buttons.
Mhm.
You're either getting a real guitar or not. You're not playing guitar on the PlayStation. So that's
Yeah.
for losers. And that's when I started to play guitar. Literally after when I told him this new game comes out for PlayStation, I was like 12 or something, 13. I was like, can I buy this game? It's cool. It looks like I can play guitar. It's like, fuck that. You're getting you're taking my old guitar. I'm teaching you your first 5, 10 or 10 songs, and then we'll buy you your own, and then you continue playing. And that's basically what happened.
Nice.
And I've played Guitar Hero at times with friends. I can see why it's fun, but that's still a bit of the edge to have. Like that's loser guitars, right?
Yeah, it's just purely a rhythm game at that point. The fact it's in the shape of a guitar, it's not a guitar.
No.
Like DJ Hero is exactly the same principle. It's not a DJ.
No, I believed it.
Maybe it's scratching for starters.
Yeah, it's not fun. I think it's too late to get into it now.
It was fun with the my friend had the whole like kit, so like the microphone, the guitar, the drum kit, and he brought it all over to my place, and we had like a full band effectively play.
Pressing buttons.
Yeah, like hitting the drum, singing into the microphone, just making tones. It was kind of fun as like a almost like a button bashing karaoke. But yeah, it wouldn't beat actually playing in a real band.
Was that their biggest competitor, Rock Band, that added the extra instruments?
Yeah, Rock Band came out with a guitar, and then Guitar Hero came out with we should add instruments as well.
Yeah. Yeah, exactly. I had the exact same. Well, I had a father that blocked it. Like I could play anything. That's always fun. We lived in a house back then that had the living room on the second floor. Weirdly, like it was got a split house or something. It was this weird design. Like you have this very big like entry hall and some random as rooms downstairs on the first floor, and then you have to go upstairs to go to the living area. And I'm sitting on the couch with my father. He's like, "I want to show you a movie." I was like 8, and this was Apocalypse Now.
Oh.
And I remember my mother coming home and walking up the stairs to go to the living room, and she's like, "What the hell are you showing him?" And it was awesome, you know.
Yeah, it's a great film.
Because he told me this is the best scene in cinematic like history, and that's the moment when the helicopters come, accompanied by Flight of the Valkyries, and they just shoot
Yes.
all the communists.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Yeah.
But yeah, the violent movies were very violent movies and games were fed to me very early on.
Yeah,
Like I was that one friend you had to go to if you wanted to see a movie you weren't allowed to at your own parents. I held like watch parties after school to watch things like Saving Private Ryan or The Shining.
nice.
Even though The Shining we watched in someone else's house, but I brought it.
Yeah. Shining is one of my favorite movies.
Shining. My problem with The Shining is that I own a Shining shirt, by the way, but I don't know what it is.
Yeah.
Is that The Shining was so good the first time I saw it, and then I must say, the first time I saw it as an adult, so you could actually like understand much because the child was just like, oh, creepy ghost and zombie woman in the bathtub, you know?
Yes.
That you're wondering why, you know? There's a lot of wondering why in The Shining, and it's one of those movies you can't just rewatch because of the cool action. It was the suspense, the not knowing what the hell is happening, and now I know.
Yeah, you kind of lose that suspense. It's good to watch
That's awesome.
the character development at least. You know, like Jack losing his mind over the course of the movie. But yeah, there's no real shock to it anymore. It's like you know what's going on.
I think from the moment I was 12 or 13, my mother had given up, and I would actually go to like a store to buy a movie or a game and be like, "We cannot sell you this unless permission of your parents." And I would call my mother and give the phone to the store and like, "This is my mother. She says it's okay." And this was okay back then. Now they don't allow this.
Yes.
Back then, having a phone in your hand and calling was enough.
Yeah.
At least in my city.
I can remember going to the movies with my best friend to watch Starship Troopers.
Oh yes.
And we weren't old enough, but my mother took us, and the person there said, "Well, are your sons old enough to watch this movie?" And she said, "Yes, they are both old enough." So, okay, here's the tickets. Enjoy.
Oh.
And,
Yeah, awesome.
that was quite horrific in places. That movie where people's arms are being ripped off, and yeah. It was a very cool film.
It's like my father, by the way, never was into horror. He liked war movies.
Yeah.
My mother was more into horror, but not like the real horror. But she loves anything touched by Stephen King.
Okay, like
So
the thriller,
the
suspense.
books or the movie. The books or movies doesn't matter. If it's touched by him, she would watch or read it.
Ah.
So that's a bit more on the horror side. My father's not the biggest fan of fiction anyway. He mostly reads like Dutch literature or war movies. I mean, it's still fictional stories, but not like no magic or sci-fi.
Yes.
Even though he has two big exceptions, I do think he respects and loves Lord of the Rings a lot. Even though my mother is a huge Lord of the Rings nerd, and my father, on the other hand, really loves Dune,
Oh, cool.
the movies and the books.
Yes.
Both had Star Wars, which angers me. My mother used to be a very big Doctor Who fan as well,
All right.
but up till she was around 20, so that's years ago.
Right. So definitely the classic series.
Yeah. Yeah, she would probably recognize your Dalek and stuff. She has only watched the old ones and she watched it when she was like 12 till 18, so this was the early 70s till the early 80s.
Yeah, the classic series finished in the 80s.
Yeah, that's what she watched. She never watched the new one.
Ah. Yeah, some people that still refuse to watch the new series from when it restarted.
I don't think it's a refusal. It was just not in her system anymore to watch Doctor Who.
Oh yeah, yeah.
She also really liked Game of Thrones,
Ah,
which my father doesn't, and neither do I.
I also do not like Game of Thrones.
My problem with Game of Thrones is quite simply when I want to watch historical, so when I know it's knights and knights only, or when you go fantasy, go all out fantasy like Lord of the Rings, with elves and orcs and shit, and
yes.
a couple of dragons, and with the rest of the time just humans and maybe a zombie, it doesn't cut it for me.
Yeah, I was
I
disappointed
want,
to find out that the dragons aren't really in it until later on.
I want high fantasy, like I want World of Warcraft fantasy levels. The Game of Thrones was just, it's basically medieval Europe, but
Yes,
with different place names.
and lots of people doing things to
I
each other.
didn't think I've seen that one, I think. Even though my mother does not hate horror, I remember my father not being at home. He was in Israel or something, one of the places he visits a lot. Back then, not anymore. Besides the fact that it's not smart to go now. He doesn't travel anymore. But he used to travel. I've told you, for his work, right? Like 3 different countries a week.
Yeah.
And one of his main offices were Istanbul, Turkey, and Israel, Tel Aviv.
Oh,
And I had my Wii U connected to the living room TV, and I was playing Fatal Frame, a Japanese horror game.
ah,
While my mother was sitting next to me on the couch. And next morning, because she was sleeping alone with my father, she was like, "I do not want you to play this anymore next to me. I had nightmares all night long because of the damn Japanese ghosts and spirits."
right.
Because the Japanese, they do ghosts extra.
Oh,
The
oh yeah.
Japanese are very very good at horror.
Yes.
Very good.
If you really enjoy like gore, go watch some Japanese shit.
Yeah. I
So you
know a
want
lot of.
extra? Go Japan.
If
Uh,
you want to feel scared, go watch some Japanese ghost story thingy.
there's been quite a few Western movies which have been remakes of the Japanese to try and
They are
catch it.
less well.
Yes.
They are less. It's dog walk time. I'm okay to continue after because I'm actually in a flow of building. I don't know what you want.
I don't mind. So I'm
I'm
not doing
also
anything
hungry.
in particular.
Yeah, but that was actually funny. This is weird thing. I was okay with horror and shit from an early age, but there was one movie that was too scary for me. And it was Harry Potter 2.
Oh, right.
But that's because of two things. A cat got hurt, even though it got revived later on because of the snake, and that's when you get me.
Ah, yes.
And it was in the walls, the snake. I had problems with that. Like I could watch slashers and gore and shit and things coming to you through your face, but this thing was hiding,
Uh,
which was scary for me as a child. Like I would like happily watch like the most gory shit, but then there was this thing that can kill you while just looking at you in the walls. I had sleepless nights of fucking Harry Potter 2.
I I'm enjoying like Terrifier, people getting tortured and killed in such horrible ways. I really love it, but hurt a dog or a cat or any kind of animal and it's done.
Yeah.
I'm trying
Unless
to.
it is really fake. If
Oh
it's
yeah.
really fake, then I can see through it, but
I mean, in Harry Potter 2, the cat gets petrified, turned to stone, but it shocked me. And then later on, it gets revived, so that's fine. But
Yeah.
I remember, and then I go dog walk because otherwise I forget. I was trying to remember the last time I was really scared, and that was also because of the Japanese. And that's because they didn't tell me beforehand. As people that know me might know, is that I like visual novel games, the games that are too boring to play, but I like them.
Yeah.
they are so boring.
Walls
Oh
of
my god.
text, walls of text, make a decision, walls of text.
Yes.
And my mother bought me one actually. Just buying it because she saw Anime Girls on a thing,
Yes.
and I got it. And I thought it was a normal visual novel, and at the end, it suddenly switches to being horror, and that everything you know is actually ghosts that want to kill you and shit.
Oh.
And I came to this point, well, no lifing this game, somewhere at 3 a.m. And then I had to pee. I was lying. To pee in my house when I still live with my parents meant to go down 2 sets of stairs in the complete dark because if you turn on lights anywhere, we had to walk past up my parents' door, which would they would always complain. We see your phone light when you walk down the stairs, just go in the dark, untouched.
Well,
And I was scared that I was suddenly like in this realization at 3 a.m. Suddenly everywhere there's ghosts in my game, but you're tired, and suddenly I'm
yeah.
in complete shock. And then I had to pee, and I did go pee in the just I went down the stairs because also to not wake the parents, you cannot run.
No. Yeah. I can understand that being scary.
Yeah. I wonder what the weather's like. Can I just go out in my basketball jersey? Or
Be right back.
Okay.
no, be right back.
Yeah, so we're mainly just doing infrastructure, I suppose, for the stream. Building roads, digging tunnels. I have no inspiration for anything. But it pleases me greatly to build a road. Thinking I might terraform through the island and continue the road through the hills. I'll finish this row of blocks and we'll have a look at the island. I think it does give the mobs somewhere to spawn. It's not a bad thing. They are in creative mode. Cool. The other mobs suddenly set light. These spiders. Overdid it slightly here. I'm sure take that back. It's out a little bit. Is it over there? A tree. It's a weird shape. What's a upside down ship? But seems to be. Was this something Nyx has built? Maybe. It might have spawned in a weird place. Put this through. Do one line, come back and do the other. Hey, official Erg, how's it going? Good to see you. Hope you're doing well. Having a good Wednesday. We're just kind of chilling on Minecraft. Nothing too crazy. Sadly, I'm just gonna make a unnecessary long road. Nice. Yeah, sometimes it's nice just to kind of just open Minecraft creative mode and just switch the brain off a little bit. Jeffrey and Lisa have been doing well. Jeffrey, Lisa's been playing other things, but Jeffrey's been making some pretty cool pixel art elsewhere on the server. Game, this is Minecraft. Ooh, oops. Need to think what we can do more. Yeah, we need to build that back up. Yeah, so we've decided to work on Blender stuff on Mondays now, and kind of do the chill gaming stuff on Wednesdays. Kind of fits in with all schedules for people. So today is Minecraft. Next week it's going to be Trine 5 again. Quite enjoying that. Now I know it didn't go through. I meant to say, did you ever finish that game? Oh, no. YouTube being weird. Trine 5 we're about halfway through, but the game I'm working on, if that's what you mean. It's mostly finished. I just want to do a bit for. I need to do the controls a bit better, a bit of quality of life. So I'm generally happy with how it plays and kind of the content for now. I just want to kind of tidy it up a bit, give it a little bit of polish, send it out to people to play. See what people think, and then if generally the consensus is it's cool, it doesn't really need improving like mechanically or gameplay wise, and I'll just make a load of extra content for it and just throw it out there, and it's it'll be free for people to just play. But yeah, I'm just adding some quality of life to it at the moment. And then once I'm happy with, well, once I've got thrown it out there for playtesting, before the extra content, I will start working on my next project. Kind of putting things together for that. And then I can take a break to then work on content for the Trebuchet game. Kind of go back and forth a little bit, and then once I'm happy with the level of content for the Trebuchet game, fully focus on Moongate Mage, which will be the next project. But I'm looking forward to putting that together, because I've been planning that game for a couple of years now. It's been in the planning. So it'll be exciting to actually see at least something resembling a game. At the moment, it's all written notes, concept art, one or two character models, and a few designs. And I'm excited to actually put it into a physical form. Something people can tangentially get their hands on. It will come. I've seen some indie devs take Take about 5 years to get some games done. I don't want to take 5 years. Not for a demo, at least. Get a demo out within. I'd like to have a demo out within a year. At least get people play testing it. And then there'd be a lot of stuff to work on. I have no illusion about that. I'd like to put voice acting in there, and sort of need to write story and dialogue and all that kind of stuff's going to take a bit more time than just making a character model move around the screen. That's going to be the easy part. So, I mean, no illusion about that. But as soon as I have anything for people to play, I'll be posting it on all socials. Because I want people to play it. It's kind of generally the point of making any form of media or art, is that you want it to be consumed, you want people to enjoy it. So I'll definitely be shouting about it as soon as I can. It's not bad going, actually, putting this pathway through here. It just skims the edge of this island. What you been up to, official Oak? Hope you've been keeping at a reasonable temperature. I'm not sure what the temperature is in your area, but it's not too pleasant to kind of exist without sweating a lot. Now Europe is starting to cool down a little bit for the moment. We'll leave that tree as it is. We're basically building this pathway to follow the tour track above. Plus in this bit. We should leave it that, I think. I think that's okay. And I don't know how far across this goes before it hits swing again. Oh, we've got another island just here. That's not too bad. Let's do from this side here. Probably do some music, to be honest. Sound from Minecraft isn't coming through.
Yo.
Yo.
I think Jeffrey's stream crashed.
Oh, It said he left the game as well.
Ah, yeah. Maybe internet hiccup.
Yeah, quite possibly. I did notice that you mentioned. I look over at my laptop and I see no Jeffrey stream,
Ah, yeah.
and he's gone from Discord as well.
Probably everything internet crash.
Not fun.
Yeah.
It was annoying. You know, I lost the internet the other week, and you two hang on for a bit. Yeah, it came back probably, I don't know, 5 minutes after we said goodnight. But it was late anyway,
Oh, yeah.
so I didn't mind.
Yeah. Internet can be weird, but yeah, it was late.
Yeah, and I would have technically had to start the stream and only let stream for like 10 minutes.
Yeah, it's not worth it.
No.
And then you're going to make mistakes or shit that just doesn't want to work, and then it's all of a sudden it's like 1 a.m.
Yes. Definitely not worth the effort.
Yeah. And probably now you didn't. It would have worked in like 2 minutes, but
Oh yeah.
if you would have done something.
Yeah.
What are you making?
I'm just making a long path. So this path goes all the way to my like little Viking house. That's on the coast. But this goes all the way to the little junction near the TARDIS, and then underneath the TARDIS, and then all the way to my Viking house.
Oh, yeah.
So it's quite a long path. It's not very artistic, but it's good to just occupy the mind.
Yeah. Yeah, I know the feeling. I had the same when I built back rooms. At some point, you just kept on building because
Yeah.
you were doing something.
Yeah. And I like kind of repetitive sort of tasks like this. Like, that's why I like the washing games and
Yeah, it is very calming, you know.
yeah.
And now I'm also back here. PC did that one thing again. Now I'm back.
Welcome back.
Come back.
So now the Ted had to miss some parts of the Porn the Gore album.
Oh no.
Oh no.
It's Romanian grindcore.
Sounds exciting.
It's a very
like grindcore,
emotional
but worse.
Canadian cover.
And now I cannot get into account anymore.
Boo.
Let me check if I ever got that email.
Oh yeah.
Nope.
I
Liar.
was discussing this with Nick on Tuesday. Yesterday. I was saying that you're just waiting for a two-factor thing to come through, and it takes forever, and it says, "Ah, this is expired. Try again." This becomes annoying.
Yeah.
Waiting on the emails.
The email never came. Let me check if I ever. No. Let me check. Go.
How was dog walk? Did you find any more wildlife?
We did it today. Oh. Cool birds, of course. We have a lot of bats.
Oh,
They are small and quick, so I cannot take pictures.
no. They swoop
Yeah.
down, fly across.
Fly across, but very close. They just really know they're too quick to catch, so they just don't care.
Yeah. It's been a while, but I recall walking in the evening and something flies quickly past you. You go, what was that? You go, bats.
Yeah, I love
Yeah.
that.
Yeah. Your server will be restarted in a few seconds to adjust. Oh. When it says a few seconds, it means now.
I finally got the email.
Server is now offline.
Tell me when it's back.
Yeah, still watching.
It's just starting.
Let's do another refresh.
Yeah, it still says starting.
Okay.
It's online. You can get back in.
Okay, I shall refresh again. There's server, yes.
Yeah, I
I'm
don't know
back.
what happened.
Yeah.
Did you turn? You didn't get back into share chat anymore.
It's,
Lots of
Oop.
internet problems.
back in there.
Yeah. Hmm. Thanks for the sub. Sorry you had to miss some porn gore because my PC decided to be bitchy. He decided to be bitchy, so he missed some porn and gore, which I think is a horrible thing for a human to have to miss. Some man. Porn and gore are good things. From Romania. They've been banned from Facebook many times.
Yes.
Yeah,
Yeah,
the
that thing
content.
the thing I told you about, the share button on some sites,
Oh yes, yes.
they use it.
Uh-huh. That seems on brand, I suppose.
It's a very like porn porn to go ban page. Porn to go ban page 2, 3, 4, 5. I think we're on
Like,
11 right.
yeah, it went up to like 11 or something, and then they gave up.
Even. 8, 9. Verstoppeltje. Today I remembered the weird Dutch thing again when you literally translated, but I forgot it. And I'm like, oh, tonight I need to tell this. But
I'm sure you remember. You messaged me. Yeah, I do find them fascinating because you say if it just becomes a normal thing you say in your language, and then you think about it, how it translates. Yeah, that's actually quite weird.
in the literal translations are weird a lot of times.
Hmm.
I literally have no idea anymore what the. But maybe if you can think of anything, maybe I haven't told him yet. I've told him many, but
I'm sure there's got to be some in English that end up being weird, but then again, it just feels normal to me.
I think what's quite weird is that if you literally translate the word for your pineapple
Oh yes.
to mine, you
Yeah.
will get what we call a pine cone, because
Yeah.
we actually call those literally translated pineapples.
Yeah. That's where, yeah, things like that becomes weird because yeah, it's just it has nothing to do with pines. Like a pine is a pine tree, and it doesn't look or taste like an apple.
But it's not that. It's
Yeah.
not that. I had one today. I was like, we actually call that, but it's. This is not the one, but I just realized that a mayor, we call them civilian, like citizens master,
Okay. Yeah. So
burgermeester.
that makes sense. I think the hard thing with English is that we end up borrowing the most convenient word from different languages. That's all. We've kind of lost a lot of the more bizarre names for things.
What the hell was it again? Oh. 1 second, gonna get the dog a treat.
Okay.
When I opened the dog treats, it smelled like McDonald's, and I think that says more about the quality of the McDonald's meat than about the dog treats.
Yes.
Yes. Yeah, McDonald's is pretty much the equivalent to just human dog food.
Yep,
Not saying I wouldn't
The only-
eat it, but
exactly. The thing with McDonald's is it's safe.
yes.
Wherever I go, I know what it tastes like, and the weirdest restaurant I don't know, that's a gamble.
Yes, this is true. This is the same for Nick's. Like, we go anywhere, we like look at places, go, I don't know any of these. Let's just have McDonald's.
Exactly. It's easy.
Yeah.
Kwaadaardig, evil. We say angry kind.
Hmm.
That's a good one. Well, you can also read, I think,
Yes,
because
that's very cool.
maybe it was an animal. I mean, we've told you that we call bat something that would roughly translate to flapping mouse.
Yes.
I've told you that one, right?
Yeah. And my favorite is still Nile horse.
Nile horse, yeah. Hippo.
Yeah.
Yeah, I like platypus. Animal with bird, like mouth.
And seahorns.
Yeah, sea dog. Yeah, we got sea dogs.
Yeah, I know uh Staffords are sometimes referred to as land seals as a joke.
Yeah.
Because they pretty much are the land seals.
If you would try to call a dog that in my language, you would say it's a land sea dog.
Yes.
What the hell was it again? What was it?
It might be a thing that the more you think about it, the less you will remember.
I'm thinking of other things. Refrigerators we just call cooling cabin, like cooling
yeah.
closets.
You said many things are closets, aren't they?
Yeah. Also, any store is a farmer. The cheese farmer, the
Oh, okay.
vegetable farmer.
Yeah, I'm not sure where the word comes from, but we have, is it monger? So you have a cheesemonger or a fishmonger.
Yeah, the ad we call monkey's tail.
Yeah, I think that's cool. So if you're saying like your email address, we say like name monkey's tail, like something.com.
A lot of Dutch people do that. From a very young age, I've been saying ad.
Okay.
It's shorter.
Yes. Because
But
there's
it's
quite a few syllables.
It's very common for the Dutch person to say first name, monkey tail, last name, gmail.com. That's very, very common here.
Oh,
Well, apenstaartje. We don't have different words for monkey or ape. We just call everything aap.
okay.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I suppose English has a lot of words that are rooted from Latin as well. we've borrowed so many words that we've
Yeah,
very.
because of, sorry.
I was gonna say English is a very lazy language. We just kind of just pick the most convenient option,
Yeah.
which makes it very mishmash of like different rules. Like, okay, the rule applies, but because we borrowed this phrase or this word from this language, that language applies.
Maar primaat is weer een ander woord, sorry voor het Duits, maar
Ja.
die we wel direct kunnen vertalen naar primate. So, monkey en ape, dat hebben we niet. Like, and to this day, because of my Dutch background, main language, I do not know the difference between an English ape or monkey.
Oh, okay.
Do you? Can you explain?
Yeah. So I think the apes are like a subset. Like monkeys, like a type of ape, I suppose. Whereas not all monkeys are apes, but then no, monkeys are apes, but not all apes are monkeys.
What is a gorilla then?
That's an ape.
So the fact I have a grindcore project I still have released that's called Monkey Brain with Gorilla and it is actually fake.
Yeah.
It's wrong. Monkey Brain sounds better than Ape Brain.
Yes.
I've got many projects. Also one still coming, isn't it, Kebab? Apes are larger, larger chest. Ah,
Oh yeah. Apes. Yeah, apes do not have tails. Yeah. Because we're technically apes.
I guess so.
It's slightly more sophisticated.
Are we?
Yeah, some of us. There's many that hold on to their heritage.
You became worse, yo.
Yeah.
Apes don't have. Well, I know that there are awards with chimpanzees, but
Yes. Yeah, there's territorial wars, I suppose, and I know apes don't really necessarily judge each other for anything. Just you have this, I want it, give it.
I guess. This was more difficult than the other bird. I managed. So you think that garbage bin is going to get a lot of votes?
I think I have a few. Apparently, the last by-election, he got 95 votes.
Hmm.
Which it's obviously not enough to win the election, but still, 95 people decides we want a bin for the next MP.
It's a protest in its own way. People rather
Yes.
vote for a garbage can than for a politician.
Yes.
Because this dude, he was one of the main pushes for Brexit, right? This
Yeah. Farage is the reason we have Brexit.
Yeah.
He used to be the MEP, which was our representative in the European Parliament.
Yeah.
He never turned up, which is kind of in keeping with his general policy. He never turns up to anything, even to our own government. But he never really turned up to the European Parliament. But then complains that the European Parliament never listened to the UK, which they deny. As I say, he wasn't there to actually tell them.
Yeah, easy.
Yeah, so he said, well, the European Parliament do not have the UK in their interest. we should leave the EU. It scared David Cameron, who was our Prime Minister at the time, thinking people would want to vote for Farage. So he said, okay, to find out what the people want, we shall hold a referendum, decide if the country wants to leave the EU. Farage then did a big campaign to try and convince everyone why it's a good idea. People believed him. They voted leave. And David Cameron then had to go, I didn't want this result to happen. I only did it because I wanted people to think I was listening to them. And then it took all that time. It took Boris Johnson and all the other prime ministers to try and do their old Brexit thing. And then
Yeah,
Nigel Farage disappears and then comes back with his current party.
Yeah, Reform, right?
Yes. Which is a limited company. It's a registered company. You can earn money. No other political party in the UK runs as a company, but that one is actually registered.
Weird.
Yeah, so he basically he has profits. He has to pay taxes. He doesn't, but he has to pay taxes. Yeah, it's weird that they're a company and they earn money from being a political party, which you're not really supposed to do. It's not supposed to be for profit. It's for the people, but yeah. But some people don't realize this. They just like him, like what he says. He says things about foreigners. People go, yeah, I don't like foreigners either. I agree with him.
Yeah. The thing is with those type of people, my main problem is that even if you agree with them, a lot of these parties they shout, but they have no plan.
Yes.
Like
Yeah,
I once saw this lady on years ago. I think I was around 16 or 17. I couldn't even vote yet, but I was close to it, so I was a little bit interested in it.
yeah,
And she said, like, my plan is to have the common Dutch people pay less taxes, have more housing, better schooling, and better hospitals and shit, while paying less. And I was like, okay, press that button that it happens, but there's no plan. I mean, it's beautiful words, you know. I would have loved that, but
yeah.
that's a lead. It's how are you going to do this, lady? Like, why couldn't the rest do it? I think everyone would love to have only benefits.
Yes.
You know, no taxes, but still affordable or even free schooling and healthcare.
Yeah.
Like, I don't. The, I mean, good
No.
luck.
There's a few yeah, like, so reform is kind of very much like this. Like, well, you see all those foreigners coming over here. They're the reason that you're poor. They're the reason that you have sort of no jobs, or they're the reason that you can't find a doctor. So when we get rid of those, we'll promise you then you have all the doctors you could ever want. You could have all the houses you'd ever want. People believe this. So it means if they get in and they can't get rid of foreign people, get, well, see, the foreign people's still here, so it's not our problem.
Yeah, it's easy.
Yeah, it's very easy to say this. You know that it's never gonna. Even if they did remove everybody that they didn't think should be here, then we know it's not going to solve the issues, but somebody wins at the end of the day. What's with the echo, by the way? I hear who's junky with echo. Am I coming through?
It's not from me, so I was already checking.
Did it stop the moment for a bit?
Hello?
Let me check. Can you talk again?
Hello? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
It's me.
Ah.
Yeah, it's
Yeah, I'm just speaking through a loud megaphone, that's why I'm echoing.
I turned it lower. Yeah, like
yeah, it's all promises, and you know it's not going to, never going to happen. And say, well, they're going to reduce your taxes so the public doesn't pay as much tax, but we're still going to have all the things we ever wanted. And anyone who knows how government works goes, well, the reason we have the things we want because we pay the taxes. You can't get rid of the tax and also have all the public service.
Yeah, like I'm even though I can talk long about politics on stream, I try to avoid giving my direct opinion most of the times.
Yeah.
But it's easy to say, and there's not many listeners now, and if there is someone I don't know, it would be easy to say I am. For them, it would be easy to say I am among those far right people with this
Yeah.
because they're easily accused of that.
Yeah.
Even though I don't see myself like that.
No.
But I am critical of the how my country handles a lot of immigration things.
Yes.
And there are some parties which actually are far right who are anti all foreigners, so not only the of our current like asylum seeker immigration, refugees. I mean, not asylum seeker.
Yeah.
Like we in Europe, in mainland Europe, we have a refugee problem.
But yeah. Like, generally, the whole of Europe has a problem.
But look at that sea, you know, they can walk when they're in Turkey, they can walk to me, literally.
Yes. Yeah, there's quite a lot of British people that would follow the likes of Farage that say Europe is not dealing enough with the problem. Like why are we getting refugees? That they should all be in Europe. And you go, well, they are. Like European countries are dealing with this as well. Like you guys would see as many coming through as we would if
Or
yeah.
and to like put it no, do your thing. Like things I am critical of is that there's a lot of like my main problem at the moment with the world in general, and this started for me what I see on social media in the US,
Oh,
and
yeah.
we're copying it as usual.
Yes.
Is polarization in the world, and you're either extremely far left or extremely far right now.
Oh, yes.
It seems like. And the
Yeah.
person that does not agree with you says you're a Nazi. If he or she is left themselves, and if
Yes.
he is right himself, he calls you a communist or a woke
Yeah.
loony or whatever. That's all we can be now.
Yeah.
And especially the far left, the quote unquote woke types in my country,
Yes.
they're like any type of criticism against the refugees at like getting in refugees is racism, and I'm like, it's not that for me. But the main problem is what my country does, especially the more progressive parties, so to say. They want like unlimited refugees,
Right.
but they put them in small villages.
Yeah. Right.
So what they do, they build a building that can house, can shelter. Let's take a number, 500 people that are in need.
Yes.
They open the gates and let in 3,000.
Yeah.
Then there's people that this has happened some years ago. They let so many in that these people had to sleep in January in the snow, literally in parking spots of the facility.
Oh, yeah.
I'm critical of that. I say this
Yeah.
is bad for the people. This is bad for the Dutch people because this will entice crime. I
Yes. Well, these people need to
they
survive and eat. They gotta start turning to crime.
or what they also do because all these people they live in the big cities, right? They live in Amsterdam, The Hague, Utrecht, and they say we can provide for them. Then they take a village like mine or Kebabs, which has a maximum of 2,000 people,
Yeah.
with the infrastructure and the shops that are meant for 2,000 people, and then they put 3,000 refugees in the middle of the village.
Yeah.
Like this doesn't work.
No.
So I'm critical of what my country has been trying to do now. And
Yeah.
then there are people that say, "Oh, so you don't want a refugee center next to your house? You're racist." Like, no, I'm not racist. I don't care what color or religion they are. I don't want 3,000 extra people in my street.
Yeah.
I think that's normal.
Yeah. It doesn't matter where they come from. Just we can't cope
That's,
with this people.
no, we cannot. And then I look at Amsterdam or Utrecht or even Almere, where like a lot of like bigger companies that have ties with our government and shit, and a lot of maybe could like we're not as corrupt as, let's say, a country like it's America even, you know.
Yes.
But then there's lots of apartment buildings, you know, with 1,000 or 2,000 um, rooms which you can refurbish into temporary living spaces, and like rows and rows and rows of these enormous apartment complexes slash I was saying like are sitting empty next to the highways in Amsterdam, Utrecht, The Hague, Almere.
Right.
But those are privately owned, probably by people that have like invested in these political parties. You know,
Yes.
they won't add 2,000 people in Amsterdam, a city of more than 100,000. They got the infrastructure for that, and there's no problem. But for some reason, they cannot do this. They need to put it in the smallest village in my country, and then the village turns into a war zone.
Yeah. Yeah. They've done similar things. Small villages in the UK. They're sort of like I want to say like caravan parks or something called them, just yeah, to house people, and then yeah, the village can't cope.
Oh,
But as you say, it's not necessarily the fault of the people they're putting there. It's the government who decide this is a good idea. I know the problem we have in the UK is that they instantly blame sort of the refugees and go, well, it is, you are bad people, you shouldn't be here. You know, it's not really. Yeah, they had a choice to come here, but where the government put them is not their choice.
this is true, but for me, only part of the problem.
Yeah.
Like what I mean with polarization is it's very black and white, some literally
Oh,
when
yeah.
it comes to people. And if you take in, let's say, 60,000 Syrian refugees,
Yes.
among these, which will also have people that are just civilians fleeing for the war, among these are also war criminals and terrorists.
Oh, yeah.
It's just a matter of statistics.
Yeah, there's going to be that.
Like my father always said, the refugees you get after the civil war are the murderers and torturers that held these people down, and now the other people are taking over in the civil war. Who do you think are getting it? People were afraid they're going to get punished or get revenge on. So you will get people that are. You're not only getting the civilians,
No, no.
saying, and then it's my problem that there's just like this certain thing that you cannot speak about this according to some people, that you are racist by saying there's also problematic. There's no scanning, you know.
Yeah,
I'll come in, leave them all. Well, here you get some criminals in there, and they literally bring their war back to a small village here.
yeah,
And you know what my country does, which I
yeah.
think is just stupid. They give them things for free so they won't have to steal them.
Ah, yeah,
They don't have to steal your bicycle, so they get them an expensive electric bicycle.
yeah,
Some people might need them, and that's fine. Others don't, and they sell them, and then they start steal more.
yeah.
Like I honestly believe very much in equal rights for everyone.
Yes,
So that's why I'm very against anti-gay and anti-women laws, or
yeah,
segregation laws of the U.S. with black people and white people. But they tried to pass a law, and this was not the law did not pass because there was too much, say like not enough people wanted this and said this is a stupid idea. They
Yes.
wanted to make the Dutch public transport, which is quite expensive in my opinion, free for everything that might be a refugee, and they wanted to base this on yeah, actually the city or being the small village Kebab is talking about now. He used to live there. He can give us like first accounts. Became a horror zone because of what they did there. The how many
Oh,
people my government
And
put there.
instead of helping the people that live there, they just give a bit of money so they can buy more security, but they do not arrest the people causing issues there.
oh,
They do not like they do not punish the people that cause issues. They just blame the people for not having a secure enough home for.
yeah, that's not good.
But what I wanted to say, they wanted to make public transport free for anyone that looked like a refugee.
Right.
What do you base this on?
Yeah, like,
Do they look like a Muslim?
yeah.
You know how many Turkish and Moroccan people we have in our country who are citizens? Can they
And then
like
you
return
also
to?
have Ukrainians, so then basically everyone should be able to travel free because we could all look like someone.
Yeah, it's a very odd system to choose.
Yeah, but it didn't. It didn't get through because everyone else said that this is not possible.
Well, yeah, that's good.
Like I said, Kebab's mother had to install a whole security system now because our government doesn't take care of it.
Oh,
Our government doesn't take care of the refugees that need it, but also does not take care of the refugees that are criminals. They
yeah.
just let everyone fend for themselves,
Hey,
and
NHL,
I
how's it
think it
going?
should be the job of the government to
What you
protect
making?
anyone,
I'm just making a long,
but they're literally protecting no
long
one.
pavement. Nothing too exciting.
So yeah, I'm critical of that, but why I said about the critical, then we get the extreme far right parties that say we want to get rid of all the refugees as well. And at
Yeah,
that point I might be like, okay, you know, at some point a lot of people will vote for them and not because they agree with all, but like at least this part, you know?
oh yes.
Like I can be egoistical. If you like honestly, let's say I know that within 1,000 people that would come to
Yeah, it's
my
kind of like a
town, to
subway, I
my village,
suppose. You got
that
a
10
tunnel
would
going through a
be very
mountain.
hard criminals that will be a problem, but I don't know which one, and I have to take the guess like helping the other 990 or zero. Then I pick the zero purely out of I think of myself first over other people. You know, I'm not afraid to admit that.
Well, yeah, that's understandable.
And there's no racism in that. I don't care what type of the thing they are. And it's just they do it in a way that's not manageable. That's my main
Yeah,
critique. And
it needs to be managed better. Like these people obviously need to go somewhere and need to be looked after, but obviously look after your citizens in the same time.
they don't do either of those. They just let in.
Yeah, that's worse than the UK then. Like we,
Yeah, but we have no sea to protect us.
yeah,
That's why we were invaded by the Germans and you weren't as well. You
yeah,
know, that it's a different situation, but
yeah. That the problem that we need to do here, that I can't remember which is one of our prime ministers decided that asylum seekers should not have the right to work while they
that's not
are receiving having their application to stay here processed. So well, while we're going through the paperwork, you're not allowed to work, so you can't earn money. Of course, what's that going to do? Go, well, I need money, I can't earn money. How do I get things? So that just kind of makes things harder for them, and they turn to other means to make money. But there's political parties in the UK, so well, at least let them work while we're trying to sort their paperwork out. And if they can't stay, then they leave and they survived off their own back, rather than the government paying for them and giving them things so they don't steal. So very similar to you, where they can't earn money, so they get money from the government. They get given things to survive for now. And eventually, if we decide yes, you can stay, then they get given the paperwork, and then they can work.
Yeah, and then I think a big an extra problem with the current Dutch system is that there is a portion that, of course, and there's also a lot of Dutch people from all colors that have the same mentality. They
Yeah.
don't want to work; they just want a free ride.
Yeah.
And I think the main problem is we very much facilitate that,
Yeah.
and that's also a how you say pet peeve of mine. And I don't know what the UK is like, but for years and years, uh,
But
um,
we have some people that are like that, but the certain parties will suggest it's worse than it is, and that anybody that is entitled to sort of help or money from the government needs to be scrutinized, because they might be one of these people who are refusing to
yeah, I
work.
mean, I'm very pro helping. Like, if you need help, you need help.
Yeah.
I'm not against. I'm not against welfare. I'm not against disability
I've been doing some
pay.
Blender FX,
Like, I'm
visual
not
effects.
America.
Computer
You
certainly
you
doesn't
really
love
can
having
work or
128
anything. You're in
resolution
trouble.
water sim.
You
Oh
get
no.
food stamps and you're homeless. That
Yeah.
it's over.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to be like
Yeah. It's
trying to
very
speak like
easy to be in that situation. A lot of people don't realize that.
yes.
But then at the same time, as you say, some people will go, if they can get away with it, I'll do it as well.
Mm-hmm. Like I'm sidetracking horribly because I wanted to say some. Like the main thing I wanted to say, I'll quickly get it out of the way because where I started about the refugee problem in my country. Then these extreme far right parties say we are going to fix this,
Oh yes, yeah,
but that's all they say. We are
yeah,
going to fix this. If you make us win, we are going to fix this. And they never have a plan. There are more normal parties that say we have plans with this, and then they write down the plans. And they just say we are going to totally 100% fix this and vote for us, and this will be the
oh yeah,
least crime like and
yes.
um
They know that people know this is a
how press the
problem.
button.
Yeah, yeah. They know people are upset about sort of people taking welfare when they don't deserve it. They're upset about the refugees getting things, and yeah, the far right go, oh, these are all the things you don't like. We will fix them. We will get rid of all the people you don't like. We'll stop that person who says they're too disabled to work or have mental illness that stops them from being in society, and we'll force them to go out there and work.
That's stupid.
Yes. But unfortunately, as you say, people are either far right or far left. So if you think, okay, we need to crack down on those people that shouldn't be receiving welfare, but then the only party that says they will are the ones that says all people on welfare will be judged. All refugees will be kicked out. Anyone who has lived here for generations, their family goes back for like 3 or 4 generations. We'll still check them to make sure they should be here.
That's stupid.
Yeah, it's happened like because obviously the UK has stepped foot on many countries in the past, and we have
Yes.
people from those countries. Like we have a lot of people from India living in the UK because we owned them for a time. But then even they will get scrutiny now because they're not the right colour.
Yes.
And you go, well, they're not the ones who are claiming asylum. They're not the ones taking money from the government. They're the ones making money and paying taxes. But it's just too easy for those who follow certain politicians to put them all in the same group.
Yeah, it's very easy.
Yeah,
I must say, when we speak, like I think there's a difference between. I personally believe that the word racism is itself is sometimes used for the wrong thing.
yeah,
And with that I mean is that quite simply put, if I really, really hate Belgium, which I mostly joke about, I don't, but let's say
yeah,
I hate Belgium, that's not racism, that's discrimination, that's xenophobia, but it's not racism because he is as white as me.
yes,
So they like to call everything about foreigners racist, but it's discrimination is bad in its own way in all forms, but racism is very specific within
yes,
discrimination. And
yeah. It's I know it's kind of rooted in like classism, where certain
yeah,
people are better or higher in a social hierarchy.
but like what I wanted to say is that in my point of view, and I could be horribly wrong because I tend to avoid the public debate and the news at the moment because it just depresses me. It's nothing but war and
Yeah.
riots and problems and
We make a
civil
Subway in
wars,
Minecraft
etc.
2. Gotta prove
Is
I'm
that real
better. Gotta
racism? I
touch up my skills.
haven't
Cool amateur.
really encountered yet with even our more far right parties. They never like that the wrong color, so get out. It's mostly uh, religion based. So is anti-Islam, like, and to a point that it's not all about radical Islam or whatever, just full
Yeah,
on any Muslim, and also still some anti-Semitic, like almost old school Nazi things with Jews and shit.
yeah.
But I haven't really encountered all. Like people need to leave my country
Right.
yet. I mean that's specific. Of course, there's individuals within the population that are racist.
Oh yeah.
That's for sure. But I haven't had that one yet. Like you said with the Indian people, I haven't really encountered, yeah, all these, because you had India, we had Suriname
Yes. Yeah.
and Indonesia. We have a lot of, like, there's a almost 9 out of 10 chance if you see a person with a darker skin color in my country, they're from Suriname or the Caribbean islands we owned, and not from Africa or India.
Right. Yeah. Yeah.
I haven't really heard any about those. It's mostly
It's just
refugees from Islamic countries.
yeah. So they at least generally you've witnessed people only sort of judging those coming into the country, not those who already live there.
No, as far as I can see,
Yeah.
that's like a disclaimer I want to make. As far as I can see,
Yeah. I think the problem with the UK, and I can say this as a British person, we are a racist country. We we've had a lot of different nationalities come and stay here and make their life here. Like let's say a lot of Indian families, um, yeah, sort of Caribbean sort of families, like London especially. There's whole dialects of London that has evolved from Caribbean families, but
yeah,
it's there's still a lot of white people in this country that go, well, they are a different color, they are lesser than me, I am better, sort of, and they are dirty. And that's been going on even with as long as I can remember from a child. And now it's just like, oh, we've got an excuse. Yes, hate all of them. The politician says it's a good thing now.
yeah.
But
That's like it. There's definitely people that Dutch people that say the same as your people, but that's
yeah,
people. I haven't encountered a party yet
yeah,
that said, yeah, all the people with Suriname heritage is also out. That's
yeah.
not.
Well,
I
even
haven't seen it yet.
I think it was even at one stage, Farage was thinking like anyone who's a European, like for instance, if you came to UK before we left left the EU before Brexit, and you decided, I like the UK, I'm going to live here, and you had the right to, Farage was said, no, you must go back. We must scrutinise anyone who came here from Europe, and then potentially take them home. That includes a lot of the Polish families that live here that came over before Brexit. Thankfully, they can't do that, so they're safe, but they considered it. I think that's just kicking people out of the country because they once had a European passport.
I've actually known someone that's a Frenchman.
Yeah.
He was a colleague of my father, international business. But he was a Frenchman with 2 houses, one in the UK, one in England, one in France itself.
Render
Who had
distance is like
neighbors,
0.
friends, and everyone
dear.
in the UK. Who, after Brexit, stopped calling him by his name, but not just as a joke. He was the Frenchman now.
Oh, okay.
He was getting weird looks at supermarkets because he was a European. He was not an Englishman.
Yes.
He thought,
Hmm.
are we a racist country? I think there are some, definitely, especially low, what you would call chaffs. There's some there,
Yeah.
That's pretty, that I can bet on. But no, not so far. No politics based on skin color yet, or anymore. I don't know. Yeah, we just never had segregation like the US had. I think that, and I cannot talk for the UK, of course, but I think it helps a lot when you're not indoctrinated with those types of idea from the beginning. We just never had those.
Yeah. I think
I mean, we of course joined slavery like any other European countries in the 18th century.
yeah, I think it's fortunate in some ways that it's not really part of culture as such, but it's taught down through certain communities and certain families, as you say, like the Chav scenario where the family believes this, so they teach their children to believe this, and then it kind of gets passed on and passed on.
Yeah, that's the same here. And that's the same people that are mostly homophobic.
Yes.
Of
Yeah, it's
but yeah,
usually
that's my
the same kind of person that is racist and homophobic. They just generally go, well, this is not what I think is normal, therefore these people are disgusting and I can be as horrible as I like because they are not really even human to me.
yeah, that can go hand in hand.
Yeah.
Not always.
No, it tends to be a good overlapping.
Yeah, that it does. Definitely not always.
No. Well, yeah, you have some. Yeah, well, okay, they have a different opinion where, well, this is okay, but then this isn't. You go, well, they're not that different. Yeah,
No,
I just find it weird to generally judge people for things that aren't really in their control.
this it is.
Yeah.
Oh, that's definitely the wrong color. It's a weird thing to say with a conversation, but I mean my Minecraft works.
Yeah.
I was actually using brown as well. It was the wrong brown.
Ah,
That makes it worse.
yes.
Well, no. But yeah, my main thing with my country, I always think that I'm in a weird way happy about, even though that there's still racist population that I'm or homophobic population, of course. I'm happy to say that at least within my country, there's no government laws that condone this behavior or
Yeah.
support this behavior compared to America under Trump.
Yeah. Yeah. There's nothing actively attacking these people within sort of the law.
No, And that's when it really gets scary. And I think that it's good that within the mentality of at least the law has changed, because at some point in my country, homosexuality has been illegal. It's been a lot of years, but it has been like that.
Yeah, it's weird to think that it hasn't been too long since it's been decriminalized. You think that you
Yeah,
only have to go back to 1980s, and it was still very much. Well, you could be arrested.
weird, right?
Yeah. Yeah, I was born in 1980, so for my lifetime, like homosexuality has become sort of legal, effectively. And
Yeah, good to do it now.
Epic.
epic bird, they are epic birds.
Thank you.
Did I'm not sure when the where the article, or when the article was actually referring to. Some people say it's from a couple of years ago, but I saw an article of a teacher in a school was teaching, I think, German history in the sort of British teacher, British
Yeah.
school, teaching German history, and mentions that anyone who's part of the LGBT kind of communities are mentally ill, and they should be treated poorly, and that politicians in German history had the right idea with them. Now, this was to children that the teacher said this. Thankfully, the teacher was lost their job and not allowed to teach children ever again. But there's a lot of
Rightfully so.
lots of people in the comments for the article on Facebook were saying, "Well, I support the teacher," and you think that's, it's still about, but it's shocking just how many people would openly in public admit to that.
Our current prime minister is an openly gay man,
Yeah.
as far as I know, the first.
Hmm.
But how easily do you think that can happen in America? Next
Yeah.
president is gay.
Yeah.
I don't see it.
They seem generally against sort of female presidents. So that's going to be a bit of a push. I know the leader of the Green Party in the UK is openly gay, and he gets a lot of attack from that bit. Like, he was supporting the London Gay Pride parades that happened last week. He was saying, "Well, yeah, we need to put as much support in as we can to show that sort of we still have to fight for this, and sort of we're not going anywhere, and we need to have more government support." But yeah, he got a lot of abuse just for even mentioning that he has a boyfriend.
Yeah, we actually had a guy that was a very popular politician who was back then seen as far right, but he was only. That's like I said. I think that there's also been a lot of conversation I have with Americans, and I think the UK is actually more towards America compared to other European countries like mine
But
when
it's
it
certainly
comes
now.
to.
Yeah, I've seen like a tolerance index, like, so okay, which European countries tolerate and are more open towards LGBT compared to other countries. In the UK used to be like top 5, and we're like 20, 25 now. We've dropped a lot.
No, I don't mean with LGBT itself, but just what I call left and I call right are
Okay.
different things than what an American calls left and right.
Yeah.
And I feel like the UK at this point with those things also is closer to America than to the Netherlands.
Quite possibly.
Because one of the parties I mainly vote for is seen as one of the more right wing, economically right wing parties in my country. If they would go with their political plan to the United States, they would be called communists.
Okay, gotcha. Yeah.
You know? because it's still pro welfare, pro taking care of people, but to a point where it's like there are parties in my country that have existed for a very long time, and especially within the art communities I come, that tend to be overly left and what is called woke,
Yes.
tend to be as left as possible, partly because it's also the hip thing to do. Huh?
Yeah.
There's parties that believe that anything above a certain threshold, which isn't that much, it's not the insanely rich, it's just people that are comfortable, so to speak,
Yes.
need 80% income tax.
Oh, right.
I'm against that.
Yes.
There's people that say that anything needs every. I used like in art school, I used to speak with girls mostly because art school is mostly females and LGBT people.
Yes.
It simply is that, and that's fine. But I had a long discussion with this girl that told me that any income, be it welfare or an heart surgeon, needs
Yeah.
to get it to have the exact same income.
Right.
I'm against it. I believe in. I firmly believe in. Um,
Working hard should pay off. So if you
the
study for a real long time to become a surgeon,
rewarding. That's the word I was looking
yeah,
for.
Yes.
And this person looked me dead in the eye and said, "That won't happen." I said, "If you do this, we only have people on welfare, mostly.
Yeah.
If you go to medical school to become a heart surgeon, which I think is a 12-year
Oh, yeah. It's a lot of
journey,
study. Lots of study.
to pay the same amount, to get the same amount someone else would get who would start at work or ask for welfare at 18, and you are only 30, you are 31 when you start, you won't do it."
No.
And she said every human knows their talents and will put them for the best for the other people. And I just do not. I believe there are individuals, maybe,
Yeah.
but we won't have a functioning society like we have now.
Oh, no.
So when I say I'm against the left, I mean these people in my country. I don't mean that I'm against.
Oh, yeah. It's in that sense that's more extreme left, isn't it? It's more closer to communism. Communism. Uh, whereas, yeah,
Yeah,
that's not kind
like
of
sorry?
making sure those who need help have help and those who can provide help provide it. It's yeah, it's taking
And
away.
my country used to be very left, very. I hate the word, but it's the easiest to use now. Woke,
Hmm.
especially 30 years ago. And the name Kebab now puts down Pim Fortuyn was a gay man,
Right.
a politician who was gay, that because of his LGBT life, found most of discrimination against himself from conservative religion,
Right.
including which is conservative Islam.
Right. Yeah.
And among the far left in my country, Islam itself, be it a normal person that is just Muslim, and for the rest of the time it's a normal human being that just happens to have that religion, or someone that agrees with ISIS and wants Sharia in my country,
Yeah.
are both untouchable to these people because you are racist. Which I
Right.
think is the most stupid thing there is, because Islam is not a race.
Yeah.
It's people. I've known blue-eyed blonde Muslims, and I've known
Yeah.
uh, pitch black or Turkish looking or Chinese Christians
Yes.
and atheists. So that's stupid. And he was one of the first person that said this almost fetishization of the left, of just you cannot touch anything has to do with this religion, how extreme it may be, is bad for our country. He was seen as a far right um, Nazi, which got him killed.
Right. Oh.
Coincidentally, not by an Islamic terrorist, but by some white dude
Yeah. Which figures.
who killed him on the streets, went to jail, and he got out some years ago, because this was almost 30 years ago.
Yeah.
And then he tried to sue my government for being having his name slandered in the news because he was in almost only in negative news articles. You killed a guy on the street.
Yeah.
He was very outspoken.
Yeah.
I know your ex. I never agreed with her. I didn't agree how she treated you, and I didn't agree with her political opinions. I'm just honest. So
Yeah.
there's this thing what you must understand, and I'm not even critical of people that are Muslim in my country, because here's the thing for me is that this is done by the far left whites, not by the Muslim people who just are normal citizens of my country. But then because of something they say that it's not nice for other people to have to be constantly reminded of white culture or like Christian culture, is that there's literally how do you say, you get it in the mail with all that things from supermarket, like it's like paper ads, you know what I mean?
Yeah. Yeah. Like
The booklet that shows
flyers.
what you can buy next week in the
Oh
store,
yeah. 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 Like yeah.
where it's forbidden to say national Dutch holidays like Christmas or like quote unquote Christian white holidays because of inclusive, say whatever,
Yeah.
inclusion,
Inclusivity. Yeah.
inclusivity, and then have a huge ass page in Dutch, English, Arab, and Turkish about Ramadan Mubarak. I think that's in Dutch we say measuring with two. I'm against that. I say both.
Yeah.
I
Yeah.
say happily say both or neither. Neither I
Yes.
think is stupid.
Yeah.
And if you don't agree with this, you're a racist. So that's the point in my country that I'm like, no, I'm not racist. I just think this is horrifically dumb.
Yeah. It should be open availability to all religions or to none. It's kind of it's that kind of freedom to
But
have that.
you must, this part is for years and years has been the culture in my country where everything was so politically correct to a point it shot itself in the foot.
Oh, yeah.
To give a very, very direct example where political correctness became discrimination is that a certain someone I have no contact with anymore, but at some point you knew was Umit,
Yes.
a Turkish person, coincidentally, with a Muslim background. Used to work in a company that how do you say that? If your TV was broken, you get a repair guy.
Right. Yeah.
These repair guys are mostly one-man businesses. They're not in like they're not registered at a business. They're just their own
Yeah.
business, but they're like the middleman to find the repairman for you.
Okay. Like a yeah. Yeah.
They had a party
Yes.
and I wanted it to be as exclusive. Very short sidetrack. To be as inclusive as they could be, they sent a happy Ramadan card to everyone of the company, which in its own is fine. But
Right.
they only put it through Google Translate and did not ask anyone. So Umid read it, the Turkish. It said it in English, Dutch, Arab, and Turkish. And
Right.
Umid read the Turkish part, and it did not say "Have a nice Ramadan." It said Bayern München is a blessed football club. And he was like, "Y'all made a bit of a mistake."
Yeah.
But what they did is they asked for for inclusivity for the Muslim employees. We didn't even ask for this, who are more
Yeah.
how do you say, more conservative Muslim. If
Yeah.
LGBT people could stay away from the cafeteria,
Right.
and that was out of it shot itself in the own foot because at that point it became they became the same people as the right wingers that said fuck LGBT people, but with a different reason and with less hate. But it was the same message: stay out of here. You're not allowed because you're
Yeah.
gay.
Yeah.
And that became a bit of a riot.
Yeah.
And that's a little bit of the culture we had there. And then we had a guy, Pim Fortuyn, who said, "This is insane what you're doing."
Yes.
And he got shut off because of it. And since then, we had way more far right parties that go the complete opposite. And I'm very much a person that hopes we at some point get to the middle and I'll be normal.
Yes.
And it's a bit like with Trump and shit. Also, I've met people who could convince me why they voted for Trump.
Right. Yeah.
And it was simply that they said to me that he's a lunatic and he's mentally ill. But we only have two choices, and the other one does something I'm completely against with a certain type of text. I don't know, I didn't ask for too
Yeah.
much detail, but they said I had to. I didn't have a normal option here.
Yeah.
A country so polarized, I had to make a choice, and then I'd rather have him than someone that does something else that would ruin my job, for example.
Yeah.
I don't know the details because there's a lot of details when it comes to politics.
Yeah. I've heard this from some American people. So yeah, like he's promised certain things, and I don't like this person policy, so it's like the lesser of evils that I feel like I'm going to get something by voting for him.
And that's also a certain culture in my country that there's a lot of people that are not racist and are not xenophobic or whatever. But at some point, they're like, there's so much things like happening that's wrong, like that Umid example with how much uh, actually just people do other people wrong because of the extreme political correctness. They try and shoot themselves in the foot. That they're like, the only option I have is the only person that tells me to they want to get rid of this part that bothers me so much is this far right party. The rest they say I might not agree with, but at this point it's my only option. And then
Yes.
we'll see what happens after. And that's also something I would like to get rid of.
Yes.
That we need the extremes. But how should I get rid of it? I cannot. So that's the difficult part. Like I always think about a week that I've been called racist twice.
Right.
Once for wearing a Tupac shirt because it was cultural appropriation, and once for wearing an Iron Maiden shirt because I was supporting white only music. So at this point, I didn't know what I could do right.
Yeah.
By the same person, by the way. But
Yeah. They just
do
sound.
you, do you think they have a crush on me? Do you want me naked? Or,
Yeah. It
what's
seems like
wrong with my shirts? I'm wearing Tupac right now. And a Lorna short
Oh,
pants, which I
nice.
think they're Puerto Rican. And my cap is from Russian people. So I'm very multicultural here.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
no Dragon Ball underwear today. I mostly wear Dragon Ball underwear. But
Oh, I shall believe you.
yeah, but no, this not. It's just blue. I don't know blue people. I never liked Avatar the movie.
No.
And I never was into the Smurfs either as a child, so I don't know where.
Yeah. I never really got into them.
I think I was too old when I was already too old when I found them. So I was like, it's just a bit too childish.
Yeah. The Smurfs were a little bit old when I first come across them, but they're still fairly relevant.
Yeah. And that's also the same thing with political correctness. Like take the U.S. Iran war. Like America are idiots, for doing the war, and it's right. War is bad. I'm not rooting for the dead civilians in Iran, but then the political correct people are in my country are protesting pro-Iran and also pro-Iranian government and like LGBTs for Khomeini I've seen on posts and I was like that's a very dumb thing to say, my friend.
Yeah.
Like there's no they make it two sides and it's not really true. There's a lot of sides that are all evil and they're all fighting each other and we
Yeah.
try to
The ideal,
survive there.
yeah, the ideal scenario is that sort of more people survive, no matter what side they're on. Just don't want people's deaths unnecessarily. I've seen like sort of people saying about yeah, countries losing a lot of civilians and dying. So well, why does the left care about sort of people dying in another country that don't hold the same values as you? Like they wouldn't be politically the same as you. Why do you care? You go, well, we don't want people dying. It doesn't matter if they wouldn't vote for the same people. But
Yeah,
it's
I mean
just
that part I agree with. But
mm,
to me it's basically it they take it a step too far.
yeah,
It's this person like Trump is an evil man. I agree with that. And he's fighting the Iranian regime, which are also evil people.
Yeah.
And these groups of people in the streets in my country, they say, "Oh, because America is fighting this Iranian government is our ally." I'm like, no, they're very much not.
Oh no, no.
You
The
can say that
government's
you're against the bombs falling, but please don't be so stupid to support the government of Iran, because if America leaves, they will continue torturing the population,
yeah.
and then they deny. So that's difficult for me. So most of the time I do not even start a conversation.
No. The thing is, it's the governments that are not good people, but the citizens have nothing to do with this. But it's unfortunately the citizens that are being killed, and the governments that are still playing the games.
To give a very direct example is, of course, in a very hot topic. Have you ever been to a hot topic?
I have when I went to Los Angeles.
Yeah, that seemed very cool, but
Yeah.
a hot topic in a different way, of course, is the Israel-Gaza war.
Oh yeah.
I hear Lisa laugh.
Yeah, just went from hot topic to story immediately to Israel Gaza. It's just I know it's hot topic, both a hot topic, but
The
just
different one.
Yeah.
One sells emo clothing, and the other is dark
Yeah.
in its in a whole different way.
probably less emo clothing. Yeah.
Yes.
I understand people that protest because they don't want the civilians to die and starve.
Yes.
But some time ago, the Amsterdam, how do you say, council, whatever, where the politicians for the city sit, was invaded by a group of protesters that were themselves this political correct PC. Maybe even some of them were LGBT. At least they claimed to be. I couldn't verify.
Yeah.
With something like Hamas are our heroes or something in that vein. And I'm like,
Oh.
that's a very dumb thing to say.
Yes.
That's
Yeah.
stupid. I mean, you can say stop the death of the civilians, but the fact that there is this group that fights Israel and America does not mean they're our friends.
No.
They're fucking lunatics themselves that also kill their own population and would kill you for being you.
Yes.
So you can be against the war, but do not support things that's
Yes. No.
I can understand people just feeling bad because civilians die and children die, and that's all okay, but just don't support terrorists.
No. No. The thing is, again, it's that polarization. You say, well, if you want a country's civilians to be supported and survive, you support the entire country, including the government. And you go, no,
no,
the government
I
are
don't.
assholes.
And that's what the problem in my country is. It's in my thing is that it's at least in the Netherlands almost impossible to say I am critical of the indiscriminate killings of Israel in the Gaza Strip without saying I fully support Hamas and their wish to eradicate every Jewish person in that region.
Yeah.
And the thing is, my main issue with them is that it's not of course, there are extreme racists in my country, so there are also among the normal Muslim population some very conservative ones. But it's the political correct whites that scream this, and then I'm like, but that's silly.
Yes.
You don't want this. Try to live with them for a week. You will
Oh yeah.
not like it.
What really is insane is that if you say things like you are against that civilians, then you must support Hamas, or if you say that you are against terrorists, then you must support Israel.
Yeah.
And you have to just pick one, and in the meantime the governments, both the governments, the organizations ruling the country, those are the
Yeah.
problems, not the people. But you are not allowed to say that in this country anymore. You are either one of the two, supporting one
I'm,
of the two, and there's no more in between.
Yeah.
I'm against real violence, kebab. I like cartoon violence.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah. Violence towards innocence is not needed.
Like when Maccabi Tel Aviv was playing in our country 2 years ago, I think by now.
Yeah, I think he knows. He asked if we were safe because of the riots.
Yeah,
Right.
that those riots. Riots is
Yeah.
some word for it. When you speak out about that was bad, then people would literally say that they deserved it because of where they were born.
Yeah.
But if you say that you still think it's wrong to just hurt random women and children, then you must support the genocide going on in Gaza, and that's not the point of what
No.
I'm saying. I'm saying I'm against violence in all kinds of ways.
Yeah. It's weird that people just can't get their head around it anymore.
Yeah.
The moment 7 October happened, when Hamas started in in Israel, right? Even
Yeah.
before Israel retaliated,
Yeah.
people in my country were attacking Holocaust memorials and museums,
Oh.
and they said that it's support for anti-genocide. I call it anti-Semitic.
Yes.
Jewish schools are not safe anymore in our country. They have been guarded for a long time, but
Oh.
right now it's insane. And with even the slightest threat, the school has to shut down because it's such a high possibility of actually people trying to kill people that go to a Jewish school because they are Jewish or whatever. And they
Yeah.
have nothing to do with whatever is going on in the Middle East.
No. No.
And
Mm,
that's insane to me. That's not
Yeah.
being against genocide, being speaking out against violence or whatever. That's just
Yeah.
discrimination, anti-Semitism.
Yeah. We've seen a little bit in the UK. Like I think a synagogue
Oh
was
yeah,
firebombed in the UK,
I remember reading that on the news.
and sort of in a Jewish one fire service for like sort of a fire brigade. That was community fire engine that obviously serves the community, and they were attacked because they were a Jewish one. You know, these are people that for free will go out and put the fire out in your house, and you're attacking them.
Yeah, it's so insane to me.
Yeah.
But also to the point, okay, you can have an opinion about the wars going on. No one is taking that from you. But that you have to attack the people in your country that have nothing to do with any of that, that's even when they're trying to help you.
Yeah. Yeah. It's insane to think that I don't know how people get their head around that. But then if they want to hate, they want to attack people, and it seems to be in their heads to do so.
I mean, the main problem, I think, besides the polarization, is that if you get a very big anti-war, be it Israel or another war protest going in my country, or like anti-COVID process like we had, then there's a big portion of people that sometimes we have thousands, tens of thousands people on the street protesting.
Yeah.
90% of those are against the topic and want to stand there with their little flag or their sign.
Yeah.
But
Just
10% is like big crowds. I can anonymously riot.
Yeah.
And when you have 10,000 of people and you have 10%, then you got 1,000 people pillaging a city.
Well, yeah.
And that's horrific. And we've seen that with any protest now.
Yes.
Yeah. The crazy woman from the cat cafe.
Oh, yes.
She told me she would go to all the anti-COVID protests because vaccines were there to kill us, and we have all died multiple times by the vaccines. But that's another story.
Yeah.
she would go to all of those protests, and she said that most of the time it just started out peaceful, and then at some point, some guys, hooded clothing, everything, black jackets, black pants, so that it wouldn't be recognized, came in and started rioting.
Right. Yeah.
And I do believe her. Like I'm not going to say that they were all peaceful, because I've seen some
Oh no.
videos of people just randomly fighting cops. But she showed me videos like, okay, this is what the media tells you, and this is what I tell you, and I've been here.
Right.
And there were a lot of actual peaceful protests that got ruined at some point,
Yeah.
because people thought, hey, big crowd, we can get away with it.
It happens every time.
Yeah, and I suppose once a few people do it, others may join in as well that had no intention of doing so, and get caught up in the chaos. So,
Yeah.
it's generally what humans do. Big group of people do things, they start following.
Yeah.
That's my harmonica. I'm happy with my birds.
Yeah, they're very cool.
Yeah, they are epic.
The harmonica.
Yeah, I'm pretty much finished what I'm doing here, so I'll probably wrap the stream up, and
Same, because
it is quite late.
it's already
Yeah.
Tuesday here.
Yeah. Cool. Well, that was a
Yeah.
good chat. It was interesting to talk about.
Yeah, I mean, I'm always afraid that there's like that you allow less on your stream, but you allow me talking. So you're always allowed to cut me off. Like, this
Yeah.
is getting too far.
Yeah,
But
so good.
yeah, that's my main issue.
So you didn't talk too much. That's okay, MHL. You can chill. You do your thing. You work on your own projects. I'm here as background noise as much as you need.
And same goes for me, by the way, because when we do get political, I do have opinions. But if you do not want to discuss those opinions, you can just say that you don't want that on your stream.
Yeah, it's okay. As long as it. Obviously, we don't want to push people away, but I'm generally, if people don't share at least a loose opinion that I do, as in sort of, yeah, no hate towards certain groups, then you
I mean,
probably
I
don't
have
want to be here.
haters towards certain groups, but
Yes.
pedophiles and
Oh yeah.
animal abusers and
Those who harm others.
Belgians. No. No, I don't hate. I was
I'm
very
so
happy with
proud of
Belgium
Belgium.
this week. I was very happy with Belgium this
Yes.
week.
I found it funny
Oh, when they
that
did Trump dance.
that overturning that red card and Belgium still beat them. It kind of proves something.
1-4.
But did you see like the match or some fragments of it? Because the U.S. goalkeeper, he tried kicking the ball, but instead he kicked the grass, and then the ball just went behind him, and then he panicked, and then everyone panicked, and no one knew what to do, and Belgium just
Scored.
Oh,
yeah.
I didn't.
It
I'll have
was
to watch
nothing
it.
to them. They didn't even celebrate. It was like literally it was nothing to them. And
Yeah.
then they did the dance afterwards.
Nice. Yeah, it's probably just surprising at how bad is that? And so, do we deserve that goal? Sure. Okay, we'll celebrate. But yeah, I'll
Yeah,
have to watch the highlights because yeah, I saw the score, but I didn't realize that happened.
the
Yeah,
last
it was
thing,
really bad.
the last things I want to say. The first thing is I'm always surprised when it comes to both discrimination or war of any kind that I see the human as a species that has a goal to reach a goal the most comfortable way as possible.
Yeah.
You know, if I need to go to my next door neighbor, I don't go to the other side of my village, go around the forest and get back from the other side of the street. I go directly.
Yes.
I always think it's the most easy, it's way easier to not kill another human and hate than to do it, you know.
Well,
It
yeah.
would take me so much more effort to pick up a bat or a knife or even a gun and to kill someone than to just stay in my chair and play Minecraft.
Well, yes.
Just do that. Another thing I wanted to say, did you listen to the Pong Grind cover of My Heart Will Go On?
I did not.
Why not?
It's
I
amazing.
forgot. I always forget.
I
I-
will remind you every day until you listen.
Please do. I will listen.
Also, Kebab, if you reported me for far right, Twitch is Amazon owned, Amazon is American, and they allow it.
I
Yeah.
will report Kebab for being AI.
Also, I'm saying this while I'm, yeah. Oh no, wait, I'm completely, how do you say? Confused. I thought I was already offline because I was only reading Junkie chat and was like, that's not me. So it's getting late, that's why.
Yes. I should do
Goodbye,
Yeah.
chat.
All
Bye.
right. Have a good night.
Good
That's
night.
right.
Are you live Friday?
Yes, I should be live Friday.
Cool.
Working and stuff, so I shall see you then. Have a good week. Have a good night.
Good night.
Sorry, that
Yeah.
was impolite. Just goodbye.
Yes, good night. Right. Right, folks, I'm going to get some rest now. Hope you too. Have a good week. I'll be back on Friday doing some Unity stuff, working on the game. So I shall see you then. So until then, have a good night. See you Friday. Good night.